No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me.
It's Teofimo Lopez, 11-0, 9 KOs. The best to do it right now in the game is to take over. Shout out to BN Boxing News.
Hey, Lewis Virginia, I'm your welterweight champ of the world. Everybody go follow BN Boxing
Whoa.
News.
BN Boxing News. I got a special guest today, my boy Riptide. We're going to talk about Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. He had a lot to say about him. So what you think about Ryan Garcia? Do you think he's clout chasing? What do you think about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis?
No, I don't think he's clout chasing. I think that he believes that he can beat Tank. That's what I believe. I believe he really believed that he can beat Tank. And at least he's not pulling. He's trying to get that fight made. You can tell that they're not bullshitting him and Tank. They're trying to get that fight made. Tank came out and said he don't care what it takes. If he got to take a pay cut, he'll fight him. He ready to fight. So they're gonna make the fight. It'll be a good fight.
Don't you think that if you look at that, you saw the Luke Campbell fight, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What do you think about Garcia with the glass jaw? I mean, if Tank hit him with that same shot, I think that would be lights out for him. Because I don't think Campbell had that same killer instinct that a Tank Gervonta Davis had. So what do you think about that?
No, I don't believe he would have got up either. But the thing is styles make fights, and that's a different fight for Tank, and it's a different fight for Ryan. Tank will probably try to break him down to the body first before he even go up top. Luke Campbell had the height just like Ryan Garcia has height. So Ryan Garcia gonna try to just keep his stick in Tank's face and catch Tank coming in, because Tank got to get inside. That's what he's trying to. That's what he figure he can do. But if he can't hurt Tank, Tank will stop him. That's just the way I feel about it. If he can't hurt Tank and Tank get inside, he'll stop him.
You don't think all this? So you telling me all this stuff that's being said right now about the 135ers? You don't think any of that stuff is clout chasing? You think all that stuff is just actual?
I think that they're gonna fight. I think they're in the process of making that fight. That's what I believe. They're gonna make that fight. That's gonna be the next fight for Ryan Garcia and the next fight for Tank Davis. I think they're not clout chasing. I don't think Ryan Garcia, is that type of person, to be honest with you. I mean, he's not one of my favorite fighters at 135, but he has talent, and I believe he believes in his talent, and I believe that he want that fight. He really want that fight. He knows it's gonna make him a lot of money, number one. Number two, I think he believed that he can beat Tank Davis. It is what it is.
Okay.
I think he really believed that, and I believe he's gonna get in there and try to beat Tank.
You think
I think that's gonna happen? No, I think Tank will break him down to the body.
Okay. Yeah, so you think it's a 50-50 fight then? You think it's 50-50, or you think that
if
Ryan got a chance?
I'm gonna put it this way: if Ryan uses speed and keep Tank on the outside, it'll be a long night. It'll be a 50-50. But if he can't hurt Tank and Tank get inside with his speed and his quickness and hit him to the body, he gonna stop Ryan.
Okay.
I think that Ryan got a stuff that he needed to work on as far as keeping his chin down. He hold his head up and he don't move his head enough for me. But he's a talented little dude, man. He not, just because the way he look, people be like he can't do this and do that, but a little dude can fight, man. I just don't think he's on that level yet. I think he need more fights. I don't want him to have more fights. I want him to go ahead on and get in there because I want to see good fights. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, earlier today, Bob Arum, I read that Bob Arum said that Ryan Garcia don't stand a chance with a Teofimo Lopez. He said Golden Boy don't want that. It'll be an easy walk in the park for Teofimo Lopez.
That's not true. That won't be an easy walk in the park for Ryan Garcia is not an easy walk in the park for nobody. To be honest with you, he's not a walk in the park for nobody. He keeps his range. He has good hand speed, and he got good crack. So it's not no walk in the park. His hands are faster than Teo's. That's for sure. You know, Bob Arum said a lot of shit. So Bob Arum said a lot of shit that ain't shit. So you know, the other day he was talking about you don't put your fighter in there with somebody who you think he can't beat. Well, fuck, if your man got a belt and he claimed to be the best, then why not put him in there? You know, they running from Devin Haney right now. So, you know, it is what it is. It's all bullshit business with them people, man.
I got two more questions for you. Rank your 135. Just the 135. Rank them for me. 1 through 5. Rank them for me.
I got Haney. I got Tank. I got Teofimo, and then I got Ryan.
Okay.
I think Devin will beat everybody. That's just my opinion. I think Devin is the most talented. He's not gonna get hit. He's the best boxer out of all of them.
So Lomachenko is not even in the top. He's not even number 5. Lomachenko is not even on there.
Lomachenko is a 130 fighter. I don't think he could beat any one of them guys because of the fact that they bigger than he is. He's stronger than they too strong for him. I think that Lomachenko is a 130 fighter. I think he needs to be trying to go and fight Shakur, which I don't think he could beat Shakur. I think Shakur beat him up because he's too tall for Lomachenko. But he's a 130 fighter. I don't think that he could deal with the speed of them young guys, you know, and the size. That's a big difference, you know. You know, and Devin is starting to come into his own. I just wish that Devin would. I think Devin has to get with like his dad was. He was saying he was gonna get with him. I think if he get with Blu-ray. If he get with Blu-ray,
strength conditioning coach Errol Spence, strength conditioning.
Yeah,
coach,
if he gets with Errol Spence, like they said they're gonna do, Devin, you'll see Devin stopping people. You'll see him stopping everybody. Because of his boxing skills, and he'll be hitting a lot harder, and he'll be a lot stronger. They wouldn't be able to tie him up either, as easy as they do, you know. Because Gamboa was tying him up a lot, because Gamboa he has his man muscles, so he was tying him up a lot when Devin was trying to work. Well, he'll be able to get him off of him if once he get a person in a certain situation where he hurt him or whatever. I think that he would he'll be stronger, and he'll be hitting a lot harder. Because the shots that Devin hit some people with, you know, I don't think he's as hard a puncher that he's gonna be. Because he's only 22. You know, I think he's gonna get a lot stronger. And as long as he's sharp, if he get with Blu-ray, it's gonna be sky's the limit for him. He'll be hitting way harder.
Okay. And last and final question: who do you want to see Devin Haney fight? And
I want him and Teofimo to unify.
And you think that's gonna happen?
I don't know. I think Devin want to fight everybody. I think they run, which is strange. He's a WBC champion. You claim to be undisputed, and you know you're not undisputed, and nobody. It's crazy that he has the green belt. The WBC belt, supposed to be Mauricio Suleiman, has caused tremendous damage to the WBC with all of these different belts that he put out there, as far as franchise champion bullshit, which wasn't supposed to be able to be transferred. You see what I'm saying? That was in the rules of the WBC, but Teofimo ended up winning it. So it's some kind of belt then. If you can win it, because before you couldn't win it. And he could choose whoever he wanted to fight on Lomachenko. But it got transferred to Teofimo. How did that happen? You went against your own rules that you made up for Canelo and for Lomachenko. So, you know, he's ruining his organization, because that used to be the most prestigious belt. But now it's come to fruition. Now everybody understand why Riddick Bowe threw that belt in the garbage can.
Yeah. I hear a lot of boxers. I hear some boxers now. I know a lot of people in the media saying that they should just get rid of the belts, man, because it's just getting in the way.
It validates everything now. it validates everything Riddick Bowe was saying. Because you come up with all these rules and all these different belts and all of this foolishness now, you got all of these champions for what? There's supposed to be one champion. That's it. There's supposed to be one champion. And everybody who go from first to second, that's who they're supposed to fight next. Unless they fight another champion because you got 4 different organizations. But as far as I'm concerned, this is why UFC is doing more business now, because they're under one umbrella and they fighting the best. The best fighting the best. That's the way they're doing it. And that's the way boxing's supposed to be. But, I understand it's a business, but you can still make millions of dollars if the best fight the best, because that's what the people want to see. They don't want to see all that other bullshit, man. They don't want to see, like right now, you want to see Teofimo fight Kambosos?
No.
Come on, man. Nobody want to see that shit.
Nobody want to see that. I might not even tune into that, man. I'm hoping that fight don't even work out. I'm hoping that somebody crap out or somebody just...
Nobody want to see that. No. I don't want to see that. Americans don't even really know who Kambosos is. I know who he is because I'm a boxing fan, but, nobody want to see that. Everybody want to see the best fight the best. It's just the way it is. And the line gets, the next one up after this. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But it is what it is. I think Devin want to fight everybody. I've never seen a person who has the WBC have to chase other fighters. Other fighters supposed to be wanting to fight him. He's the champ. That's what you work hard for, to become the champ. And the WBC used to be the most prestigious, which is soiled now, but you want to get in line. Hey, I'm next. I want this guy. I think I could beat him. This is what I've been fighting all these years for, to try to be the champ. And nobody want to fight him. It's amazing. But it's the nature of boxing now. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I have. That's why I have this. I don't even weigh into that shit. It's like with Canelo. That dude he's the best at beating up Europeans. That's what he is. He's the best at whipping on Europeans.
He's afraid of black fighters. Personally.
He is. He's afraid of black fighters and fighters who can move their feet. That's what he's scared of. He can't deal with that shit. It's proven over and over. It is what it is. But you want to claim you pound for pound. You always go after the weakest link when you move up. Every time you go after the weakest link. Every time. For example, who the fuck is Rocky Fielding?
I ain't know him, bro. Canelo put him on the map. Nobody knew who he was, my brother.
He had just got a vacant belt. So what? So you gonna go after that bullshit? You go after the weakest link. Okay, Callum Smith. Tell me that Callum Smith could beat Zurdo Ramirez. Gilberto. Hey, bullshit. Callum Smith ain't want no parts of Gilberto. Tell me Callum Smith can beat David Benavidez.
Come on, man. I love me some David Benavidez. That boy, that boxer.
Tell me he can beat him.
Okay.
David Benavidez will beat the piss out of him, just like Gilberto would have beat the shit out of Callum Smith. But Canelo go after the weakest link. And what's really shitty is that Mauricio Sulaiman allowed this shit because of the fact that David lost his belt on the scales. If that's the case, and Canelo was a cheat. So don't come here and want to penalize David worse than you do Canelo. See what I'm saying? You're going to penalize David worse than you do Canelo. Canelo was a cheat. Everybody act like that shit didn't happen. He was using PEDs. You can tell me the beef and all this bullshit all you want.
They changed the laws for him. They changed the rules. Now you can have more of that substance in your body now because of Canelo. The clenbuterol stuff.
But David Benavidez didn't lose his belt. He lost it on the skin. Nobody beat him. So as soon as this happened, Canelo gonna call Mauricio Sulaiman, which we all know the WBC is based in Mexico, right? We all know that, right?
It is.
Yes. So there it is. There it is. How come Canelo wasn't talking shit when David Benavidez had the belt? Why David Benavidez had to fight who he fought last time? Why he didn't fight Canelo? Because Canelo don't want no parts of that. He know what's gonna happen. He gonna get that ass whipped. And people act like this shit like it's I look at these Canelo fanboys and you like, Facts tell a tale, bro. The facts are the facts. At 154, he fought Erislandy Lara, which debatably he lost.
I think Lara
He
got
wouldn't
him,
fight none of the Charlos. He wouldn't fight Boo Boo Andre. Correct?
I actually think, I don't know how you feel, I think Triple G got him on the first fight, personally.
Irregardless, you keep fighting these Europeans. Regardless, the best fighters, Triple G ran away from Charlo. He ran away from Boo Boo. He was to be an eliminator, to get to fight Canelo again. He had to fight Jamal Charlo. You know what he said? I ain't doing it. You know why? Because he's scared of him. They don't want to fight no brothers on there. He don't want no parts of brothers. Period. Because he knows what's gonna happen. He gonna get that ass whipped. But then people say, well, who Charlo for? Who the fuck did James Kirkland fight? He fought him. He fought a bunch of other fighters that wasn't shit. Come on, man. When he won his first belt, who he fought? He fought Miguel Cotto brother. That's who he fought. His brother, man. Come on, stop, man. This shit is ridiculous. And people call him pound for pound. He pound for pound because he move up in weight and fight dudes who not as good as the top tier of those divisions, who happen to have a belt. That's the problem with having all these belts. You see, because you can go and choose the weaker link. Same thing he did with Kovalev. He chose the weaker link. Kovalev didn't have long to train. He had just fought your boy from England, Anthony Yoa. He just fought Anthony Yoa, right? How come he ain't fight Beterbiev or Bivol? Why he didn't fuck with them? They would have gladly got in that ring and whooped that ass. Who we pick? Kovalev, who been beat 3 times. He ain't fucking with none of them motherfuckers.
Fight. That's not the real Kovalev, though, bro. I ain't never seen Kovalev fight like that, though, bro.
Yeah,
I got a lot of question marks about that fight.
Dude, the same thing with Callum Smith. Nobody saw Callum Smith fight like that. You know why? Because he had 4 weeks to train. He had a month. Canelo been in the gym. You see it all the time. He was in the gym. They gave Callum Smith 4 weeks to train, bro. What the fuck? He wants that advantage every time. He's going to put a weight restriction on somebody. He's going to do all of this shit. Joe Saunders going to take the fight for the money. That's what's going to happen. And Billy Joe Saunders need to be fighting Boo Boo. That fight was already made until COVID hit, right?
Right.
And they keep overlooking Boo Boo. He know if he get in there with Boo Boo, it's over. It's over for Canelo. He's going to get beat bad. Those dudes got better feet. They better athletes, man. Canelo is a flat-footed fighter, and he has great timing, and he got good speed, and he got good upper body movement. But as far as feet, his feet are terrible. It's just what it is. Don't get me wrong, he's a good fighter, but pound for pound, no.
You'll get all the Mexican fighters pissed off at being boxing news.
Man, hey man, you wanted me on here. I tell the truth, bro. The facts are the facts, bro.
Yeah,
at 154, he ran away. At 160, he ran away. Jamal Charlo was his mandatory. For the WBC, what he did. Go ahead, I'll wait. What he did.
He got that belt that
what he got? The French Fry Championship.
Yeah, French Fry
That's what he got.
To avoid it, man. To skip his
exactly.
mandatory.
The proof is in the pudding, bro. Yeah. I ain't got to lie. I'm telling the truth. He decided to give up the WBC real belt so Mauricio Suleiman and them made him a belt up. Oh, you can't lose this belt, and you can fight whoever you
So
want.
he actually can lose that belt now.
That's trash, man. That's trash. Mauricio Suleiman, I hope you're listening, because that shit is horrible what you have done to the WBC. It's trash, bro. If I was fighters, I'd do like Riddick Boyd, throw that shit in the garbage, because the best not fighting the best, number one. And you're making up rules for certain fighters. And it's supposed to be unbiased. How is fucking this unbiased? You making up belts. There's only 2 franchise belts. That's it. So it's bullshit. It is what it is. And people buy into that crap. It's crap. It is what it is. You know, all these belts, somebody with a lot of money needs to just come up with a league. A league and pay these fighters well, and they'll make a killing. If they do like the UFC do with Dana White, if somebody come up with a league like that and get all the best fighters and the best fight the best, and they make plenty of money, not paying them like Dana White, but they make plenty of money.
You know, UFC, man, you can't avoid. Dana White tell you who you gotta fight. There's no
exactly.
You can't
and he's
choose
putting the
all that
best
shit.
against
Them
the
boys
best.
choosing.
He's
Them
not
boys
putting no
running
bullshit up against bullshit.
Yeah. Dana White tell you this is who you're gonna fight. You that's what it is.
Yeah. Now if you get somebody that's gonna pay him well and pay these kids well, and they come up with something like that, all of them belt bullshit would be obsolete. Obsolete. Nobody would care about no fucking belt. It's like Floyd already proved. Belts collect dust. That's it. But they would have to be paid well. You know?
Yeah, man.
You would have to be paid well. Because this shit is terrible, man. It's terrible. And these promoters with the fighters don't understand. That's why I got respect for Devin. Devin is on promoter. Now he co-promotes with Eddie Hearn. But what Devin says go. If Devin say if Devin can fight who he want to fight, first of all, he'll be fighting all of the champions. That's what he would be doing. Well, there's only 2 of them. But I've never seen a guy who holds the WBC belt got to chase other fighters. It's just like what happened with Errol Spence when he first won the IBF.
Nobody wanted him.
Nobody want to fight him.
He ain't want that belt.
Unbelievable. You don't want to fight the champion? He's asking you to fight him. Since you told me to go get a belt, I'll go get it. And now you got Keith Thurman out there crying and whining. Hey man, I don't want to hear that fucking what he do? He sit there and just talk, bro. Dude, when that man was calling you out, and he went the IBF way because you wouldn't fight him. Floyd was giving his belts up so that you could fight Errol Spence. Because Floyd had the belts.
And Floyd told him to go fight Errol Spence.
Listen, if you fight Errol Spence for my belts, I'm giving my belts up so you can fight Errol Spence. What'd he do? Dude, these are the belts. He eventually got him, but so what? Floyd was giving the belts up so that you can fight Errol Spence. But now Errol's the man, just like he said, tables turn.
Thurman calling out Bud also, Terrence Crawford.
Hey. Yeah, but you see, that's a problem with the promoter right there. That's a problem. They try to offer Keith Thurman $1 million. That dude make more than that every fight, bro. You gonna sit here and offer that man $1 million, and he was just on pay-per-view against Pacquiao? You offer him $1 million to fight Terrence Crawford? Stop, man. That's disrespectful.
Sean Porter the same thing.
It's disrespectful. When them dudes are making more money than that, and you trying to get all the money, Bob, it's horrible. But that's what people get when you sign with companies like that. If more fighters form their own companies, they can fight who they want then. Then all the fighters will be like, you know what? We can co-promote. Let's go up in there and make this money. But let's fight. May the best man win. That's what all fighters need to do.
I agree.
All the fighters need to get their own promotional company, get some smart people around them. When you get to a certain level, you got your own promotion company, you ain't got to deal with that bullshit. You ain't got to deal with none of the only thing you got to deal with is the networks then. That's it.
Great point. Yeah, man. I know I took a lot of your time up, man. I definitely appreciate you, man, tuning in, with us today, man.
I just wish it all changed. But COVID bring out the real with all of this shit, though. That's one thing about it.
It does, man. It show you who the real sharks are, man.
COVID bring out the real in this.
But also too, man, when COVID first happened, man, and everybody was like quarantining, they had a lot of fighters online talking shit. And all of a sudden, as soon as the ring is open again, a lot of those fighters are disappearing. Like, where they at?
Man, you know how it go.
He was talking
a lot of them
shit.
dudes, man, they just
Cloud
talking,
chasers.
bro. They're just talking shit.
Man.
But I really believe that Ryan Garcia want this fight. And I think that they're going to make this fight. Because I think this fight is a big money for both of those guys.
I would love to see it, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to see
There's
it,
no question about it. I believe that Ryan really believe he ain't going in that cloud chasing. I'm just being honest, bro.
I don't know, bro.
You got to respect it. You got to respect it.
You talking a lot of shit, dog. So you talking a lot of shit. So you got to bag it up, all of it up.
Hey, but he willing to put it out there. I ain't even like Ryan Garcia like that.
All that A-side shit, though,
right now,
you got to stop it.
Bro, this is the fight I want. And you can tell that De La Hoya don't want him to take that fight. De La Hoya don't want him to take that fight. You can tell.
De La Hoya already said.
But Ryan believe in himself, and he betting on himself.
De La Hoya said Ryan's the A-side, and he's going to dictate everything.
See,
he said some bullshit like that already.
Nah, yeah, that's bullshit. There ain't no way he's the A-side. Tank been on pay-per-view, dude. You ain't never had no pay-per-view event. Stop.
Yeah, but that's their way out by saying.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's how these fights don't get made. That's their way out, exactly. But Tank done kill all of that noise. Tank said, you know what? I'll take a pay cut just so I can get in the ring with him.
They want to knock his ass out.
Exactly. That's what he really want to do. So Tank like, whatever, I'll take a pay cut. I don't care. I just want the fight.
They gonna knock his stupid ass out.
And when Tank win, and if Tank win, then what's gonna happen? Tank got the world at his hands. See, that's the thing now. These dudes don't understand. Floyd had to he had to be the B-side. When he fought De La Hoya, he was the B-side. But once he beat De La Hoya, sky's the limit.
True.
Sky's the limit.
Facts.
Once I beat him, that's it, Jack.
Facts.
I am the man, Jack. Now I call the shots. There's a new king and there's a new sheriff in town.
Facts.
These dudes want to go from flat out, I want a belt and fuck. They ain't hard to win a belt when you got 1,000 of them motherfuckers.
You know what I'm saying?
So Floyd did it the right way, bro. You gotta give him that, Okay, just like Floyd used to say, "Who you got on the board, Bob?" When he was with Top Rank. Oh, you can fight such and such. Fuck it, make the fight. How much money? Whatever it was, he didn't care. I just want to get in the ring and beat these dudes up so I can get where I want to go. It ain't like that no more.
Yeah, it's different, man.
It ain't like that, no.
Times have definitely changed.
Huh?
Times has definitely changed, man.
It ain't like that. Devin a throwback fighter. Devin is a throwback fighter. Earl was a throwback fighter. Earl going after belts. That's what Earl doing. Earl is going after belts.
Man,
he not giving Keith Thurman a shot because Keith Thurman ain't giving him a shot. And he want Manny Pacquiao. That's what he want.
Manny Pacquiao don't want it. Manny Pacquiao won't talk shit, talking about how arrow too
talking
slow.
About fighting Conor McGregor, then the
Conor.
WBA needs to take his belt away from him. Then.
Yeah, bro.
If you don't want to fight your mandatory, or you don't want to fight Spence, then go ahead on and retire. Then you can fight Conor McGregor. You can fight whoever the fuck you want. But you need to fight a boxer, bro. You don't need to be fighting no MMA fighter. Because MMA fighters not ranked in the motherfucker in boxing. They're not ranked in the boxing. So you need to fight somebody who gonna fight you back. They Now, Terrence Crawford. You see, if my thing with Sean is this: you need to exercise your mandatory. That's what you need to do. Exercise your mandatory against Terrence Crawford, but he don't want to do it for some strange reason because Bob Arum offered him $1 million. Really? Well, all you got to do is ask for the mandatory because you're the mandatory for Terrence Crawford's belt. And if the shit negotiations don't work out, it go to purse bid then.
That's what I said too. I agree.
Then Bob won't even be involved because Al Heyman and them, they gonna put that money up. They gonna put that money up. See? Let it go to purse bid. That'll solve all these problems about Bob Arum don't want to give me but $1 million. Let the shit go to purse bid. Exercise your mandatory. There's a way around that bullshit. There's a way around it.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Solely agree with you on that, bad boy.
You know? I want to call Mauricio, the WBO president or whoever the hell that is, and say what you got. Hey, I'm going to exercise my mandatory against Terrence Crawford. Go to purse bid. Shit gonna happen then. I don't understand why Sean don't do it.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything else about that particular fight, man. It's just almost like it's done and washed through. So
it ain't done and washed through. Sean Porter is Terrence Crawford's mandatory. That's a fact. He is Terrence Crawford's mandatory. Exercise your right to fight for the belt. And when Bob Arum offer you that bullshit, say no. How you gonna give Sean Porter $1 million, but you gave Cal Brook $2 million?
You didn't give American $7 million though?
Probably. Probably. You know how this shit go, boy. Bullshit, boy.
That shit, dog. That shit foul, dog. That shit foul, dog. You talking about shitting on somebody, bro? Golly.
You know? If you close to that complexion, you gonna get more. That's how they roll. That's how they roll.
Yeah, that motherfucker that and then get the other one $2 million. Talking about foul, bro. I wouldn't fight him for that, bro. I need at least $2 million to even talk to him.
But if I was Sean and I think that I can beat Terrence Crawford, if I was Sean, I'd exercise my shit. And you know what? Because Sean want to fight Errol Spence again, right?
Yeah, he does.
So if you want to fight Errol Spence so bad, look at it as an eliminator, bro.
I agree.
That's what you do. Look at it as an eliminator. If I beat Terrence Crawford, I got Errol Spence because Errol want to be undisputed. So he coming after this belt. So take $2 million, take $3 million. Don't look at it as an insult. Look at it as this gonna put me in position to make $30 million, $20 million.
Yeah, Kenny Porter won that fight though. Kenny Porter been saying what he want for his son.
Yeah.
So definitely.
So take $3 million. Take $3 million, and so you can get back at Errol Spence. Since that's the fight you want. And if you beat Bud, bro, you on superstar. You already a superstar, but you on superstar status there. You just throwing Bud. Look at it as a title eliminator to get back to Errol Spence. That's what I would do. If I really think I can beat Bud, I'm going up in there, knowing that I'm gonna beat this dude, and after I beat him, I'm gonna get real paid. Shit. Ain't no way, bro. That's how you gotta do. Sometimes you gotta give up a little to get a little. But he need to get on and send that letter to Mauricio and say, look here, I want that mandatory. Shit don't work out for the first bit. Shit. Bob Arum offer you some bullshit that you really be trying to insult you. I take it. I don't respond the first bit. That's it. Yeah, it should be on Showtime or some shit. For real. Status and his friendship with Terrence Crawford. I don't know if that's what he want to do. Or, you know how that shit go behind the scenes. But I might call in the Sean's podcast and ask him about it. Might do that. Yeah, well, why you gonna just leave it at that? Why you don't exercise your mandatory and then let it go to first bid? Why you don't do that? That's the question I want to ask him. Right. That's how back in the day fighters did it. Back in the day, fighters looked at each other. Look here, bro. We gonna make that money and may the best man win. I'm gonna fight you as hard as I can, bro. I'm telling you, I'm going in there to knock you out. But we boys and shit, may the best man win. If you beat me, fine. We gonna all eat. You know what I'm saying? It's a sport. Look at these guys in NFL. They go out there trying to kill each other on the football field. After the game, they going up and hugging each other because they played with each other in college. Look at Tyron and Laurent Landry yesterday. They was going at it. But they went to LSU together. They friends. They love each other. It's just like when you playing on a street ball on with your friends. You trying to win. But after the game is over, we back boys. It's a sport. It's just the way sports are. That's how it go. We both gonna eat. We both gonna be able to take care of our families and have generational wealth to make this fight happen, bro.
I agree.
And whoever win, hey, bro, I still love you, dog. Even if you beat me, I'm gonna love you. You know what I'm saying? But our family's gonna need years down the line when we both sitting in the Hall of Fame. We can come up. We could. Look at this. Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield. They fought each other like dogs. Who is one Evander Holyfield?
I agree. That's just how it went back in the day, man. And that they just did things differently.
They loved each other, bro. But they beat the hell out of each other. Because it's a sport. They competing in a sport, bro. Even though that sport is pain, it's still a sport.
I got a Bab Duxon said, who you got between Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez? Devin Haney all day against everybody.
I got Devin against everybody at 135. Everybody. The only person that is going to be tough for Devin Haney to beat when he step up to 135 is Shakur Stevenson. That's going to be a mega fight.
Devin going to be at 140, man. By then, bro. Devin going to be at 140 by then.
But, hey, bro, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but at some point in time, them two going to meet in that ring. It ain't going to be no time soon, but that's going to be a mega fight. That'll be a mega fight. I think Devin beat up everybody that's at 135 right now. I'm not saying he's going to knock him out. I'm not saying he's going to do none of that. I think he's going to box the shit out of him. Now, if he get with Blu-ray, I think he'll stop a bunch of them. If he get with Blu-ray, he'll stop him.
Yeah. Bab Duxon said he feel the same way. He said he definitely, he agreed. He think Bab Duxon, he's one of the, someone watching the live stream. He said he thinks Devin is too fast.
I think Devin is skilled.
So he's gonna outpoint everybody.
He's gonna outpoint them. He gonna even hurt a few of them. But I don't think that he right now he ain't growing to his man muscles all the way yet. But if he get with Blu-ray like they plan on doing, Devin gonna be something else. It's gonna be a whole nother animal they gonna have to deal with because he's gonna start knocking people out. That's what I believe. Look at Errol Spence's last 3 fights. He didn't stop them dudes because he wasn't as strong as he was when he was with Blu-ray. So now you say he getting back with Blue? I hope he do. I really am. I pray that Errol not just blowing smoke and telling us that he getting back with Blue Ray, because his body looked totally different. And the way Bill Haney was talking, that's what they look like they're gonna do. That's what I think they should do. Devin has all the skills to outpoint everybody, but you want him to outpoint them or stop them and go home early because you don't get paid for overtime.
Yeah.
Right.
What about that stuff they take? What's the name of that stuff they do over there? Can't even think of it.
Who?
Devin.
Snack.
That stuff ain't working for him.
That ain't got nothing to do with it, man. It's about you can take that shit and still work out and be in good shape. But I'm talking about as far as having power and strength. If Devin add that to his arsenal, the power, and he got the speed, but he get the power and the strength, man, it's gonna be terrible for a lot of people, boy. He already got the skills, the great feet, long. If he gets stronger, just imagine if he gets stronger. Oh man,
you know who I think scared of him though?
Who?
Teal is scared of that.
But Teal don't want no smoke with Devin.
Teal scared
He talk all that bullshit. But he done already been up in there. He already been in there with Devin in the sparring session. He know he can't touch him. He know that dude too quick. His style is flat foot. I'm not gonna say Teal flat foot. I'm not gonna say that. But he don't have the range. Devin got range, man. Devin 5'9", man. Devin got speed. He got length. Devin know how to stay out of range of you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he keep his distance good, just like Shakur. Shakur keep his distance. Shakur and they see everything. That's why you don't catch them dudes with shit. You know? You don't catch them with no hard shit because they see everything. Their actions are so quick, you know?
I say like you said, I think Devin and Teal gonna probably end up meeting up at 140. Both of those guys don't have
I'm gonna tell you right now.
They don't have a long time at 135.
Ain't talking that shit. You heard what Josh Taylor said. He gonna go to 140. If Josh Taylor stay at 140, I'm gonna tell you right now, Teal gonna get fucking flushed in that fight. If he think about fighting Josh, but Josh Taylor said, bro, you still got shit to clean up at 135. I ain't even fighting you for what? You trying to come up here and fuck with me? You ain't even finished your division up. You got 3 dudes at your division
That's why I say
you trying to run away from.
That's why I say
not only that, if Teal get up in there with Regis, dude, he gonna get stopped, and it's gonna be bad, bro. It's gonna be bad. If he get up in there with Regis or Josh Taylor, even Gilberto, it'll be a good fight with him and Gilberto because Gilberto take a lot of shots. But as far as him beating Josh Taylor, dudes that can box from range,
Ramirez, I got respect
Josh
for
Taylor,
him.
big dude, man.
Ramirez, dude, bro. I got respect for him, bro.
Yeah, but he avoided. He could have entered the tournament, bro.
Yeah, Regis said about that. Regis
he could have entered the tournament. He didn't want to. He knew what was going to happen. He was going to lose his shit. He was going to get his ass whipped. He didn't want to fuck with Regis. Boy, Regis would have beat the shit out of Gilberto, man. Too quick, bro. Them dudes too quick and strong. And Regis punch hard as shit. That fight with him and Josh Taylor could have went either way, bro. Either way. You saw Josh Taylor eye when he left out of that ring? Looked like he had a softball on his eye, boy.
I agree.
And that was a hell of a fight, bro. That was a great fight. That fight could have went either way. Regis should have stayed on the outside. He was boxing the shit out of Josh, which is crazy because Josh is a great boxer. He's the only one I respect in the UK. He's the only fight I respect in the UK.
Yeah, I respect it too, bro. I respect it too. But I still think Regis, they should give him a draw, but he gave him a draw in the tournament.
Hey, bro, Regis knew what he was getting himself into when he went across them waters.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He knew what he was getting himself into. He took a chance. He thought he was going to stop Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is a hell of a fighter, bro. Yeah, he the only one I give respect to across the seas, bro. He the only one. That dude fought his ass off against Regis, and Regis fought his ass off against him. That was a great fight, bro. Them boys was dealing up in there, bro.
Glad, bro. I'm gonna watch that fight again tonight, bro.
Them boys was getting it in. Son. That was a war, bro. That was a good ass fight, man. You know? And you think that See, a female can fool with Regis? Regis will beat the piss out that dude, boy.
That's my fighter, bro.
Huh?
You know how you got fighters, bro? There's 3 fighters, dog. I say it's my fighters. Regis, Errol, and Devin Haney. Everybody else is for the Chiefs.
Well, Regis will stop him. I saw him get knocked out by what's that little Figueroa dude smacked his ass in sparring. You walk into that shit with Regis, and that's in sparring with 16s on.
Big pillow
Drop
ass
Teofimo, boy. Dropped him like it was hot. You talk about Regis? Man, Regis will beat the shit out that boy. You see Adrian Broner don't want no smoke with him, huh? Talk all that bullshit. He wants no smoke with that boy.
Nah, Adrian getting ready to do a couple of tune-ups according to him. He got one coming on the 23rd against somebody.
After this next fight, he fighting somebody. I forgot who he fighting. Somebody.
Camper.
After this next fight, he gonna do something stupid again, get himself in trouble. Just how you do.
Yeah, you need the money. You need the bread.
I pray the brother don't. I really do. I pray he's grown up. But we say that every time. He get himself in trouble, then he do good for a little while. Then next thing you know, he back to being Adrian.
Yeah, he come to try to get some paper, and then he gonna.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, you know who you need to fight, though? I think Adrian needs to fight like a Maurice Hooker.
Who?
Maurice Hooker.
Man, Hooker can't beat Adrian Broner, bro.
Who that is they trying to make Hooker fight right now?
I don't know. Hooker.
Virgil
Ortiz. Somebody really need to strengthen conditioning coach there, buddy.
I think they're trying to do Hooker versus Virgil Ortiz. You hear me?
Huh?
They're trying to do Hooker versus Virgil Ortiz.
That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good.
They were talking about on
Maurice Hooker.
they were talking about on one people talking about.
You can talk about it if you want.
I don't think nobody said Hooker gonna win that fight, bro.
Huh?
I don't think anybody said Hooker gonna win that fight.
Hooker gonna get stopped. That's a 147 fighter though, bro.
They talking about. I don't know what Hooker's talking about. I don't know. They're gonna make a. I don't know what they're gonna do.
So Maurice Hooker is moving up to 147.
I don't know why the conversation came up, but that's the conversation.
Because Virgil Ortiz is a 147 fighter. Bro.
I know, but they might meet at 144. I don't know.
Man, Virgil Ortiz ain't doing that shit. No going on and shit. That dude at 147, he gonna fight at 147. You can bring your ass, little light skinny ass up if you want to.
Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about. I know that was conversation, but I really don't buy into all those kind of conversations. But leave Maurice Hooker where he at, bro. And
you better not fool with Virgil Ortiz. I know that.
I was at the fight, dog, when he fought Ramirez, bro.
He was winning though. He was winning at first.
No.
Then Gilberto just started walking him down. Got tired, got hurt. Don't punch hard enough.
I seen that dude family crying, bro. I felt bad.
For what?
Man,
crying for what? They ain't gonna cry when they look at their bank account.
You know, you get beat up at home like that, bro, in front of all your family and friends, bro.
Hey, man, that's a sport, bro. It happens. People lose. Don't take nothing away from you. It's just a sport. You lose. Floyd ruined the game.
I know. Me and my buddy, man, me and my MMA buddy always talk about that, man. He talk about how you like even Conor. Conor lost how many times? He's coming back this coming week, and he's still a freaking big time star. Pacquiao lost 6 times. He's still a big time boxing star.
Pacquiao got knocked smooth out early in his career. Anybody who haven't seen it, go online and look. Pacquiao was young, got smashed. Dude knocked him smooth out.
No, we saw him get knocked out too. I thought he was dead when he fought. Who that was?
Marquez.
Marquez knocked him out. But
he had been cheating.
I know, but they had been cheating Marquez though, dog. They had been cheating Marquez.
They
had been cheating, dog.
They did.
And while Marquez went out on top, so he would not fight him again. After that fucking knockout, he said he ain't fight that motherfucker again. It's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't knocking Marquez for that shit, dog. He got down with, and he done.
Yeah.
He gonna pull a fucking
I just, like I said, bro, I'm just tired of the bullshit. Now, you know what'll be a good fight at 147?
What's that?
That should happen between them young boys, but they ain't gonna do it because they both young.
Who?
Jerron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz.
I know you're about to say those two names. I wouldn't do that to them right now.
Hey, bro, it's
I
boxing,
think somebody
bro.
just said
You
something like
guess, bro,
Jerron
you
Ennis
go
and
for
like
it. It's boxing, bro.
What's
You
that?
gotta go through the ranks. Back in the day, the 10 would fight the 9, the 8 would fight the 7. Say, bro, that's how you get up the line. Shit, they had undefeated fighters who fought each other young. And you get past them. That's it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Black Fact Fan just said something about Jerron Ennis need to fight Sergey Lipinets.
For what? Lipinets can't beat that dude. That ain't gonna happen.
They want to see him take those steps, though.
Steps for what? Virgil Ortiz is ready, dude.
No, Jerron Ennis.
Jerron Ennis is he ready, bro? Why he need to fight Lipinets? Why fight Lipinets? Lipinets is gonna lose. I mean, he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, and he's tough as nails. And that some bitch don't stop fighting. It'll be a good test for him. I'm gonna give him that. It'll be a good test for him. But why not match him up, knock off these youngsters so you can jump the line? That's my opinion.
Well, they gotta fight somebody
why not knock off some youngsters that's trying to come up like you are, so you can jump the line?
They got a stepping stone. They gotta go. You gotta beat somebody like a Andre Bird or
Dude, Virgil Ortiz is ready for anybody, and Jerron Ennis is ready for anybody. Not saying they're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? Not saying not saying they're gonna win. But hey, I'm not saying they're gonna win, but I think they're ready. I think they're ready to step up to some big fighters. I don't think somebody like Lipinets gonna show anything different than what they've been doing to the rest of these fighters. I don't think Sergey Lipinets can deal with them dudes. He's limited. He's so limited.
I'm gonna tell you a good fight they should fight. Who's that dude Keith Thurman fought when he first came back?
Oh, Lopez?
Yes. I think they should fight somebody like that.
Josecito.
Yes.
Josecito at 154 now.
Oh, he done went up?
Yeah, Josecito fighting at 154 now, man.
You better stay away from that division. Fuck.
Hey,
don't. No.
You ever watched? Huh?
Tell them go back down to 147, bro. Tell them, don't go to 154, bro. 154 dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
Them boys over there slipping out, bro. The best is fighting the best over there.
I'm gonna tell you who's gonna give some people some problems, boy. And he beat Olympic trials too. He beat Jerron Ennis in Olympic trials. He gonna give everybody problems at 154. Gary Antoine gonna give everybody problems at 154.
Been hearing his name a lot lately, bro.
He gonna give everybody problems, bro. I'm not saying he gonna win the championship, but I'm gonna say this: he's a hell of a fighter. He beat Jerron Ennis in trials, bro. Yeah, he a good fighter, bro. He tough as nails too, and he got quick hands like his brother. So I just think that he gonna be a problem for a lot of people at 154. Once they start moving up and making some moves, it's just they can't, man. They don't be making a lot of moves over there with Gary Russell and them, man. It's just, I don't get it, bro. I'm just, what I really want to see, bro. I really want to see, back to us talking about Canelo. I really want to see Jamal or Demetrius or one of them after Canelo fight, just go up on the podium like that's how Lara had to do to get a fight with him, bro. Just go up on the podium and be like, "Bitch, stop running."
Shout out IOTBA. Shout out, man. Shout out IOTBA. He about to talk. He said he like Gary Antoine too. Yeah, Gary Antoine, he the man, bro.
He's a problem, bro, for a lot of people, bro. But like I was saying, bro. Why they don't do, the Cholos, they talk in circles, and I love them brothers, man. They from Louisiana. They live in Houston, but they from Louisiana. We know that, right?
Yes.
So why don't they go to Canelo fight and just talk shit to him and call him a bitch or something? Bitch, stop running. You know what I'm saying? You want that fight that bad, motherfucker? Go to one of their fights and talk shit to him. That's how Lara got the fight with him. Lara got up on the podium with Canelo and said, "Bitch, stop running. What you gonna do? Fight."
Yeah. My boy IOTBA said them Russells can't catch a break. You think everybody's scared of Russells?
I think that their management is terrible. That's what I think. I think their management, and their daddy been sick too, so, you know. But I think that their management is not very good. I think that, I'm not going to say their management because Al Heyman is the advisor, but whoever's their manager, they need to be making some noise, bro. They need to be making some moves, bro.
They getting older, bro. They getting older.
Gary gonna fool around and don't fight nobody, bro. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, bro. He gonna just go into obscurity, bro, because he's not fighting nobody. He's not getting no fights, bro.
And they just not gonna take his belt, strip his belt, because he's just holding the belt.
I mean, he got a WBC and he don't have no. Who's his mandatory? When is he fighting? What's going on with him, bro? You know, he got caught capping with Devin Haney. They called his bluff, and he and Gary, one of my favorite fighters, bro. You know, I was damn near crying when Lomachenko put her ass whooping on him.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it's boxing. But my point is, you called out Devin. Devin called your bluff, and never heard shit from you again. What's the deal with that?
Hey, listen to this one here. IOTBA said Errol Spence trying to take that Canelo fight away from the Charlos.
No, he ain't.
No, he already said he ain't gonna do that, man.
He ain't doing that. He ain't taking that fight. The Charlos need to be more boisterous when Canelo fighting. They need to go to his fight and get in his face and talk shit. Then that Mexican pride, because the Mexicans, they not gonna sit there. They're gonna be like, Canelo, you need to fight him. He talking too much shit. That's how Lara got in the ring. That's what they need to do. They need to him and Boo Boo too nice on his analysis. Boo Boo said some stuff, but instead of him going up on the podium and be like, "Say, bitch, stop running. You ran from us at 154. You ran from us at 160. Now you're running at 168. Get in his fucking face." That's what old fighters used to do. They used to go. Muhammad Ali went to people camp talking shit.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you gotta do. If you want the fight, make it happen by getting in his face and stop. Bitch, stop fighting all these Europeans. Stop fighting all these motherfuckers you know you can beat. Step up to the fucking plate and be a man. You fucking scary. You ain't got no cojones. That's what you tell him. You fucking coward. Yeah. You call a Mexican a coward, nigga. That's fighting words.
IOTBA said that Devin didn't call his bluff. Like, Devin didn't call out Gary.
Bullshit. They sent him a contract. They sent him a term sheet. He ain't want no smoke. That's bullshit.
And this man also said Charlos are loud. What you talking about?
They loud, but don't talk. They talking loud, ain't saying shit. They ain't saying shit. They need to be at Canelo fights. When Canelo fight, go up on a podium at his press conference. Same thing. That's how Antonio Tarver got Roy in the ring and sucker Roy to come back down and wait.
Sure did. I remember that shit like yesterday.
See, boxing, these dudes that's on here now, I've been following this shit since the 70s, so they need to hush it up. They don't know what the fuck they talking about.
There you go. There's a boxing expert right here, bro. IOTBA.
Since the 70s, Jack.
IOTBA, this dude right here is a boxing expert, bro. He's like a Kirk Anderson type dude right here, bro. I ain't got no rookie on the line, bro. This man, he know his shit, bro.
I've been following this shit. I coach boxing. What you talking about?
Yeah, he actually coach boxing. That's what he do. Bro. Let me see what he said.
Since the 70s, Jack, you gonna sit here and tell me about he didn't call him? Yeah, he called his ass.
He said you don't know what was on the contract, though. He said you don't know what's on the term sheet type deal.
Say, bro, guess what? Terms are meant to be negotiated.
Yeah, Gary didn't want none, man.
He didn't want no smoke with Devin Boy. I was one
of Gary's biggest fans, bro. I was on his talking shit, arguing with motherfucker behind Gary, bro. And then Gary disappeared, bro. I was embarrassed, bro. Niggas ate me up, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. So I can't say nothing about Gary, man. I mean, I'm still a Gary fan, bro, but he made me look stupid.
No smoke.
Motherfucker, he
want no smoke.
He capping. I'm like, no, he not, bro. And I'm, jiffing for him, dog. And next thing you know, Gary disappeared, bro.
If If I was Terrence Crawford, I'd have just got in the ring just to beat his little ass up. Straight up.
Yeah, Terrence talking about breaking the man's neck and all this shit, dude.
Well, he should have got up in the ring
You're a
just to
prize
beat him
fighter,
up.
bro. You don't break nobody's neck for free, man. You bring him in the ring and you break his
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is, and guess what, bro? I was one of the biggest Gary Russell fans, bro. Tell this shit. Straight up.
That man said he respect your coaching and stuff, but you reaching.
I'm reaching how? Explain. I want him to explain what he's saying. How am I reaching? That's how you get a fight with Canelo. That's how black, let me put it this way. That's how really good black fighters get a fight with Canelo. How about that? Because he'll fight them white boys. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100. He'll fight them white. He's the best at beating up Europeans. Tell me I'm wrong. Who the fuck is Liam Smith? He fought Liam Smith. He ran away from Boo Boo and Jamal and Jamel to fight Liam fucking Smith. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. You gonna fight Liam Smith. Motherfucking bum. Bum after bum. He keep fighting. But how come when David Benavidez had the WBC, you wouldn't step up and fight him? You gonna wait till his belt gets stripped, then I'm gonna go ask. And so I can fight Callum Smith. Get the fuck and give him 4 weeks to train. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Never see what he said, dog. He just commented. He said Gary can't catch a break, y'all. Reaching.
Hey, bro. Gary not making his breaks, bro.
With the Gary
not
situation.
making his breaks.
Nah,
Gary need to do the same thing. Gary need to do the same thing. When the boys at 126 that he fighting, at 126, go to their fights. Go stand on the podium and be like, bitch, let's unify. Quit acting like a hoe and fight.
Yeah, I think we agree with you, I.O., man. I think this Gary's got to do more, man. Well, I think we all saying the same thing, I.O., man. Just Gary got to do something. Gary get out there. What he's saying is Gary to go out there and call these dudes out. Go to their fight.
Stand on the podium with them. They ain't gonna stop you because you're a champion. Go stand on the podium and talk shit.
Bro. He got to do more, bro. That's all he's saying. Gary got to do more, man.
This shit on social media ain't gonna get it, bro. You gotta get in front. You gotta get in front of the mainstream media. Don't get me wrong. The mainstream media suck to me. But when you do some shit like get on the podium, him, the Charlos, Boo Boo trying to talk nice and be democratic about the bullshit. Y'all both with the zone. You and Canelo with the zone. Go on the fucking podium and be like, stop running, ho. You've been running since you was at 154 from me. You ran out of 160. Now you're at 168 and you still don't want to fight because you're a hoe. Ain't mushing or some shit. That's what you do.
So IOTVA said, so then why don't you tell Charlo to fight Andrade?
Because you know what that's about? Because the fact is this. They want them two brothers to knock each other off.
I agree with
That's
you
what
on
the
that.
fuck they want. He gonna keep fighting pity-pat bullshit Europeans, just like right now. He trying to fight Yildirim? Seriously? Yildirim? He gonna fight? Who the fuck is Yildirim?
That's his sparring partner. That's who he sparred with.
Exactly. He gonna fight Yildirim, who lost his last fight. That's who your mandatory is because of Mauricio Sulaiman with his bullshit. Well, David, you gonna punish the man. Punishment is enough. You took his fucking belt from him. Canelo just fought for his belt. Right now, David Benavidez is the #1 contender. Yildirim is #2, which I don't understand how they rank that bullshit. Yildirim is #2. So, but the mandatory is Yildirim, not fucking Benavidez. Come on, man. You still gonna punish him, but you gonna let Canelo get a 6-month fucking punishment for taking PEDs and then let him fight Gennady Golovkin for the belts again? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop the bias, bro.
Yeah,
It's fucking bullshit. These dudes been fucking chasing this motherfucking clown because he the money man, because he got the complexion for the protection, even though he's Mexican. He the closest thing they could get. So it is what it is, bro. I ain't never seen nobody get famous for getting their ass whipped like that. He got famous for losing to Floyd.
He said you making excuses. Wow. And then he said,
I'm making excuses.
boxing dominated with black fighters. Cut the nonsense.
Bro, my question to this guy is, how come Canelo keep fighting these Europeans? That's my whole answer that question for me.
There you go.
Why does he keep fighting these bum-ass Europeans? If he can answer that fucking question, then I guess I am. He's fighting bum-ass Europeans. It's call a call.
There you go. Waiting for your response, man. He said, why is Canelo keep fighting these bum-ass Europeans opposed to fighting the Charlos, the Andrades, etc.? And I mean, these dudes been chasing him from division to division.
From 154 to 160 to 168.
168.
Answer that question. Motherfucker can't answer that.
He might be typing, but he ain't said nothing, man.
He can't answer because the truth hurt. The truth hurt Canelo fans, bro. It hurts them.
Yeah, here you go. You just said something. Let me see what he said. So
Okay.
they skipped the line from fighting each other because they black.
Oh, they skipped the line for fighting each other. These dudes was champions, homeboy. These dudes, he gave up his belt. Understand this. To avoid fighting Jamal Charlo. He took a franchise belt and gave his belt up because he was scared to fight Jamal Charlo. Let me see if this nigga understand this now.
You gotta understand
He
that.
gave up
Everybody
his
know that.
fucking belt. He gave up the green fucking belt to get a French fry championship because he didn't want to face Jamal Charlo, who was his mandatory. But he will take a mandatory against Yul Durham. Get the fuck out of here.
This nigga going on, bro. He said Charlo and Andrade ain't gotta fight each other right now. They know that's what people trying to make them do. Cause they won't warn them to get an L.
Hold on 1 second.
No, we talk about Canelo fighting one of those two. We already know them two warriors want to fight each other. We already know Charlo and Andrade will fight each other. Why don't Canelo fight one of them?
How come Canelo keep running away from him? You're the one who you supposed to be the champion. You're supposed to be this bad motherfucker.
You're the baddest in the world, they say.
You're the baddest in the world, but you keep fighting European, slew-foot, flat-footed, goofy motherfuckers, but you won't fight none of the good fighters. From 154, he did the same shit. At 154, he had to fight Jamel, because Jamel and Jamal had a belt. Your first words came out of your mouth. I'm gonna unify the division. I'm gonna do this and this and that. Guess what he did? I'm not fucking with them niggas. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I'm going to 160. That's what he did. But he the best. Motherfucker ain't the best when you keep fighting, bro. But you gonna go fight Liam Smith. Liam fucking Smith? Man, come on, man. Stop.
You do.
But you know, Canelo fanboys, it is what it is. They hate facts. They hate them facts. Them facts is like, you know what them facts is like? Facts is like garlic to a motherfucking vampire for them people.
I just sent him an invite. He said he about to come on here, bro. This nigga is crazy.
I don't care what the fuck he come on there. This motherfucker is insane, bro. I don't understand how come facts just go over these people's head. Like, it's like Trump supporters. That's what it's like.
Did he give up the belt or did WC give him the franchise? He asked for the franchise belt.
He asked for the franchise belt so he wouldn't have to fade it. Face it.
He didn't want to fade. He ducked that man. He ducked the fade, bro. Like they say on the streets. He ducked the fade. So he asked for that franchise belt so he can avoid that man. So that man wouldn't be mandatory.
Canelo Alvarez is the first person to ever have such a fictitious fucking belt ever in the sport of boxing. A franchise belt that Mauricio Sulaiman came up with so that Canelo didn't have to fight his mandatories. That's what the fuck happened. Because Canelo requested it from Mauricio Sulaiman. So they made up a belt for Canelo. Nobody else get belts made up for him, but Canelo got a belt made specifically for him. Same thing happened with Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko. Devin Haney was Vasyl Lomachenko's mandatory. He went to Mauricio Sulaiman and requested that they make a franchise belt for him too.
He is there. I'm
Go ahead.
him up.
I'll wait.
Where he at?
I don't know. Cause I pull out the facts and just it is what it is. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. He about to come on now.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on, I'm waiting for him to come on again.
But they hate them facts, boy. Facts. They hate them.
Yeah, you about to come back on here, bro.
Yeah. That's what he see.
Yeah, he was on. I tried to click him on. What happened was I got I don't know what the hell had happened, but it knocked me out for a second.
Fucking full of shit, bro. I told you how them told her, you want that fight? That's how you get the fight.
There he is right here, bro. I'm about to put him on now.
Go ahead.
What's going on? Got Mr. IOTBA from the 214 in this motherfucker.
It's breaking up.
You can hear me? We can hear you clear.
It's breaking up.
I can hear him.
We can hear you clear, my brother.
Got a lot of static, my guy.
I think it's on your side. It's on your end. Because I think we both can hear you clear.
I got some static. It's like you coming in and out. I can't even really understand what you're saying.
Damn.
He can't understand me.
Can you hear him?
Hey, don't start that shit. Oh, you been talking too much. I don't run the duck, no smoke. I can't hear you. I hear you back there talking in the background.
About your phone is messing
I don't run a. Hey, Playboy. I don't run a duck, no smoke. Trust that. Understand. When this shit get right, you gonna hear how I'm coming.
Okay, so the thing about it is, you can have all the smoke you want, but the facts are the facts. Facts are facts, bro.
Oh, his phone hung up. He must have had a bad connection, bro.
Shit.
He ready to smoke him out. He coming back, bro. This is shit he like, dude. That's shit he like, bro. IOTV like that kind of shit, bro.
Good.
Yeah, he coming
it's
back.
It's good, because I like it, too.
You got time, bro? I know you got to go somewhere.
Man, I'm riding right now.
Oh, you already moving? Okay.
Yeah, I'm moving. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
Make sure I don't run out of no juice. I'm plugging my shit up right now. Right
there
now.
You go. He back, bro. We about to put him all down.
Good. I hope he can hear.
There he is there.
Hello?
Riptide. I got IOTBA. IOTBA.
Man, he ain't saying nothing.
For some reason, why is it doing this?
I can hear you.
That's not on my end.
Well, we can hear you.
We can hear you great, man.
You can't hear us. We can hear you. Man, you gotta get with Verizon and leave T-Mobile alone.
I don't know who you with.
We got a government phone.
I know that's not on my end.
No, this here work.
I know that's not my end.
It's an Apple, bro. We got Apple. We got I got top of the line, man. I got 5G over here, man. Look, he got knocked out again. He says it's on his end. Gotta be his end. That's what happened with him and Money was going at it. His phone situation was getting the best of
Money
him.
who?
Money Brown TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ITBA, bro. He's a debater, bro. That's what he does. He debate, man. He likes to debate.
Only thing I can say is this, bro. The facts speak for themselves, bro. I don't have to sit here and argue. The facts speak for themselves, bro. He ran out of 154 because he didn't want to face the best. He ran out of 160 because he didn't want to face the best. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is, bro.
Yeah, I'm not going to debate that. I think you're correct. I agree with you.
You know, that's just it's horrible. And the thing about it is, they want to give that shit respect. How you gonna respect that, man? I don't respect that shit. I don't respect that.
Yeah. I thought he was going to get on, man. But,
I wish he'd come back on.
He gonna come back
I
on,
wish
bro.
he'd come back on.
That man said he don't duck no smoke, bro. That man from the
Huh?
214. He don't duck no smoke. He said
He don't have to duck it. He gonna get all the smoke he want, cause I'm gonna have it right here on this phone, Jack. I'm gonna give him all the smoke he want because I speak facts. I don't speak bullshit. I tell it like it is.
Right there. He back, bro. I told you this nigga ain't gonna duck no smoke, bro. This dude here. Well, I had him back on. It's IOTBA, man, from the 214.
Man, why you keep talking about I ain't want no smoke? Who said I don't want no smoke?
No, I said, no, we never said that.
Who keeps saying I don't want no smoke, BNB?
Riptide.
I'm on here.
He said,
I want to know.
He don't want no
So
smoke?
I guess he one of the Canelo fans that think Canelo is pound for pound. You think Canelo pound for pound?
Bro, stop talking about what I am. You don't even know. Hey, hold up, fam. You don't even know me to tell me what I am. I'm one of them Canelo fans. I can see how this angle is going on already. Don't speak on what you don't know. I just speak on truth. I ain't a fan of none of these niggas. Let's get that shit correct. I'm a fan of the sport of boxing. And my thing with you is, you sit up, bro. I ain't saying that Demetrius, you taking my words out of context. Hold up, big dog. You've been doing a lot of talking. Let me say this. I'm not taking your words out of context. You thinking as if I'm saying I don't want to see Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo fight them. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is them niggas need to fight each other.
I look at it differently. I think that's the plan of those that's in power. I think that's what they want. They don't want Canelo to be tested. They don't want Canelo to get his issue and be exposed. That's what I believe. Now, I'm gonna ask you this question, bro.
I think he fell off.
Let's say the last 7 fighters or 8 fighters that Canelo fought, and you're gonna call them pound for pound. Let's go. Amir Khan, Liam Smith, Julio Cesar Chavez. He fought Gennady Golovkin twice, who avoided fighting the Charlos. Rocky Fielding. He fought Danny Jacobs and then Sergey Kovalev, and then he just fought Callum Smith. He fought Danny Jacobs, who's a decent fighter. But,
hey, big dog, I ain't on here to argue with you about who pound for pound, because if that's the case, then you created the Terrence Crawford too. Hold up. If that's the case, hold up, big dog. If we going over there pound for pound, then you the same dude who would discredit Terrence Crawford because he can't catch a break from them one of them welterweights who run the scared shitless of him.
Okay, so you're gonna say that Bud Crawford shouldn't be pound for pound right now, right?
Huh?
I'm a fan and a Bud Crawford fan, so I like both of them guys. But let's put it this way. Bud Crawford did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Kirby still here watching TV.
He said, I'm going to unify 140, and I'm going to move up. 140, and then he moved up. Canelo's words was, I'm going to unify 154, and then I'm going to move up. That's what he did. And when Jamal moved up there and Boo Boo moved up there, guess what he did? I'm going to run 168. Now, everybody and their mama knew that when David Benavidez was WBC champion at 168, Canelo could have got that fight easy because Mauricio loved Canelo. What he waited to happen? Soon as he lost his belt on the scales, he called Mauricio Sulaiman and said, I want to fight for that belt. After the one, after he know he didn't want to have, he couldn't fight Benavidez. He wasn't getting there with that real smoke. He keep picking these European bums, bro. It's a fact, man. He gave up his 160-pound belt because Jamal Charlo was his mandatory. After he beat Golovkin, you know what the WBC said? Gennady Golovkin, you gotta fight Jamal Charlo in an eliminator to get another shot at Canelo at 160. Guess what happened? Gennady Golovkin said, nope, I ain't doing that. So that's when he went the route he went, and now he got another belt at 160. They all running from the fighters that can fight, bro. He's fighting soft touches, man. How come he picked Callum Smith? Think about it.
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
What happened to him?
And not pick Zerk.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm here.
Why is he gonna pick Kovalev instead of picking Beterbiev? Let's think about it. Because Kovalev was damaged goods, and it gave him a shorter training camp. It's the facts, bro. The facts are the facts. Why he didn't fight Bivol? He didn't fight Bivol. Why? Because he knew he gonna get his ass whipped at 175 if he fight Bivol, or if he fight Beterbiev, he gonna get that ass whipped. So he picked the easiest touches. So he go fight Callum Smith, who he gave 4 weeks to train. Callum Smith had 4 weeks to train. That's a fact, bro. I'm not telling you stuff that ain't the truth. He was trying to do the same thing to Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant said, I'm not doing that. You're giving me 4 weeks to train. I need a training camp. That's why Caleb Plant didn't take that fight. Caleb Plant not stupid. It was a fact, bro. I'm not telling you
For
something.
some reason, this shit will not.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Those are facts, bro. How come at 160 you gonna go and fight Liam Smith? Liam Smith, bro? Really? Then now you done fought his brother. Come on, man. Stop, bro. He not getting in the ring with none of the good fighters, man. It ain't gonna happen.
He fell off again, man.
It's not gonna happen, bro. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
But just like I said, if the Charlos really want to make that money, you really want to cause a ruckus, and Boo Boo, you really want to cause a ruckus. I hope y'all see this video. Y'all really want to cause a ruckus? Next time Canelo fight a soft touch, go up in the ring and talk shit to him. Bitch, stop running. I'm tired of you running, bitch. Call him a bitch. Mush him in the face. Do something. Because he going to keep doing what he doing. Disrespect that motherfucker. That's how you going to get a fight with him. That's what Eris Landy had to do.
Yeah,
And he arguably lost that fight. Canelo arguably lost that fight. See? That's how you get a fight with Canelo. Disrespect him. Because he know that one thing, the Mexican people stand on theirs. And if you don't back down, you're going to look like a bitch to the Mexican people. Yeah. And he don't want to lose that fan base. That's how you get Canelo in the ring. You go up in the ring and you talk big and call him a bitch. That's how you get him in the ring. Call him a bitch. Or mush him in his forehead. Do something to him. Bitch, stop being a hoe. It's going to cause controversy, and guess what else it's going to do? It's going to sell a fight. That's how you get him in the ring. Because he been going through this soft touch bullshit for too long. Talk about a cherry picker. Oh, my God. It's ridiculous. Now, Callum Smith already had the belt, right? Right, Nick?
Yeah.
When that was thinking for the WBC, Mauricio did say, oh, well, Canelo's the money guy. Oh, Canelo, guess what? We'll put the WBC up, too. And totally disregard. After you take PEDs, if you're going to punish now, you're going to fight your Durham? Your Durham? Come on, make it stop. This shit is horrible. You are punish David Benavidez twice. You punished him by taking his belt, and you're going to punish him now. He's the mandatory now. Don't get me wrong. He's the #1 contender for the WBC at 168. But instead of Canelo fighting him, guess who they going to let him fight? The #2. When he just lost a fight to Anthony Durrell. How the fuck that go? How does that happen? That shit is bullshit, man.
Got him. The other half of BNB, Brandon say talk that shit, bro.
Huh?
Brandon say talk that shit. You hear you?
It's real, dog. I keep the shit real, bro. I'm not with that bullshit. I'm going to tell the facts speak for themselves. And just like I said, he need to go to Jamal, need to go to the fight and mush him in his face. Fuck him. Mush that bitch and talk shit to him. Stop being a bitch. That's what they did back in the day.
TBA.
Get in the ring and talk. You see them in the training camp, go over there talking shit. Stop being a bitch. Hey,
I don't know. I think it's this dude. I don't know it's him. Because this ain't working at all.
let's go, Chad.
It's like I couldn't.
That's how you get a fight with Canelo. Because voluntarily, he ain't going to fight you. He ain't going to fight the Charlos. He not going to fight Boo Boo. It's not going to happen. And we all know why. Because he is a fucking coward. He ain't fucking with them. You going to fight your Daryl. A motherfucker who lost his last fight. But he ranked him. But Mauricio and them, they making a mockery out of the sport. A mockery. How can you be ranked number 2 when Anthony Durrell beat your ass? Get the fuck out of here, man. In his last fight, he lost. He lost. That's who Canelo fighting next. His sparring partner, who lost his last fight. Man, stop, man. Stop.
Oh, that's a little better.
Mandatory, bro. And guess what? He ain't fucking with David because you know what's going to happen? Huh?
TBA, I was coming to see if he was still here.
Benavidez going to beat the piss out of him. That's why he ain't fucking with David. He know why. He ain't fucking with David. Just like, now you 30. How old Canelo is? 30 now? He 30 years old now?
Yes.
Okay. Floyd beat your ass. Floyd was 32. You was 23. See if you could do the same.
So let me ask you this. Hey, what's his name? B&B. What's his name?
Riptide.
Who?
Riptide.
Well, I'm gonna just call him Coach. Coach.
What's happening?
Let me ask you this, Coach. Coach, do you got that? If you got that energy about Canelo like that, I want you to explain to me your energy, how you feel about Terrence Crawford. Because if you feel like that about Canelo, your energy should be even more like that with Terrence Crawford and his situation that he in. I want to know your feelings and your thoughts on that.
Terrence is in a bad situation. And I'm going to tell you why Terrence is in a bad situation. Terrence is in a bad situation because he signed his ass back to Bob Arum. That's why Terrence is in a bad situation. Terrence ain't scared to fight not their motherfucker. I promise you that. He is not scared to fight nobody, Jack. Get in the ring with Errol Spence.
So hold up, Coach. Hold up, Coach. So what you telling me, Coach, you putting all the blame on Bob Arum instead of them welterweight fighters that's over there. So you say them welterweight fighters not ducking Terrence Crawford.
Repeat what you said, brother. I didn't hear you.
Coach.
What you said?
He said, "Oh, you blaming Bob?"
I said, Coach.
What?
Am I blaming Bob Arum for what? I'm blaming Bob Arum because Bob Arum is going to try to lowball these fighters. He try to lowball everybody with the PBC. That's what he's going to do because he hates Al Heyman. He even said, "I hate Al Heyman." That's why.
So why do you have, Coach? So why do you have an excuse for them other fighters, but you so adamant on Canelo and you're going hard at Canelo? Why you not going hard at Errol Spence like that for not fighting Terrence Crawford? I'm just trying to get some understanding.
Canelo is his own boss. Canelo is his own boss. Canelo call the shots. Canelo fight who Canelo want to fight. That's how that goes. Canelo calls his own shots. Terrence Crawford don't call his own shots. Terrence Crawford ain't the one coming up with the money. Canelo got his own promotion. You don't see Terrence Crawford promotions. You see Canelo Alvarez promotions, though. It's just like Devin Haney. Devin Haney can fight who the hell he want to fight. And guess what? The zone go back him because they know Devin Haney is willing to fight anybody he wants. Canelo not willing to fight whoever he wants. Terrence Crawford want to fight Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford want to fight Sean Porter. But he has no control over the money. He has no control over that. Bob Arum going to make an offer for $1 million to Keith Thurman, knowing that these dudes making money on the back end and all kind of shit, and they getting bigger purses than Terrence Crawford, the PBC fighters. That's a fact, bro. That's not something I'm making up. That's a fact. All the PBC.
So what you saying, Coach, is, hold up, Coach. So what you saying is you putting all the blame on Bob Arum for not making them fights happen, and none of them fighters, they are going to get held accountable.
None of the fighters what?
You say you're blaming everything on Bob Arum, and you're not going to hold any one of the other fighters accountable?
Well, what are you talking about? We was talking about, so it's not about the money. They prize fighters, right? That's the money.
Oh, okay, coach. I understand this prize fighting, and I'm not on here to. I know it's prize fighting. I'm just trying to get some understanding out of you because Sean Porter was the same guy, coach, who when he had the WBC belt, he didn't even think about Terrence Crawford. Now, since he's not champion no more, now he want to fight Terrence Crawford. Now, coach, when you champion, you get compensated better when you're champion. Sean Porter's not a champion. For some people to say $1 million is a low ball, I don't get it.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. He is the WBO, made him the #1 fighter behind Terrence Crawford, right? He's his mandatory. #1 fighter behind Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is the WBO champion. The WBO made Sean Porter his #1 contender. So that is who he's supposed to fight next. Now the difference with this is Terrence Crawford ain't gonna give up his belt.
Hey, B&B. Yeah. All right, so look.
That's me, B&B.
I got this.
Can you hear me good?
I can hear you great.
Yeah. That's a fact.
All right, I just had to switch out to my laptop, bro, because my phone tripping.
Okay.
That is a fact. What I'm telling you is a fact. Jamal Charlo was the #1 ranked fighter behind Canelo Alvarez at 160 pounds. Guess what he did? He gave up his fucking belt and requested a franchise made up belt, a witness protection belt. That's what the fuck he did.
It's okay.
From Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC, and the WBC obliged it. That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's not something made up. That is a fact. So he can avoid fighting Jamal Charlo. That is a fact. So that's why Charlo got the belt now, because Charlo fought somebody else for the belt. That is a fact. Terrence Crawford is not giving up his WBO belt. He is willing to fight anybody who coming after his belt. Anybody. That is a fact. But the fight can't be made if Bob Arum is only offering Sean Porter $1 million. That is an insult. That man make $3, $4, $5 million a fight, and you're gonna offer him $1 million
after taxes. It's $600,000.
That's what you offering Sean Porter to fight. When Sean Porter makes way more money than that after during his fights, way more money. If you think it's not, look it up. If you think I'm lying, look it up. That's an insult to a high-class fighter like Sean Porter, a 2-time champion. You're going to offer him, and he's Terrence Crawford's mandatory. That is a fact. But I promise you this, Terrence Crawford will fight Sean Porter tomorrow if they make that fight. He ain't going to say, WBO, can you make up a belt for me? Can you make up and give me a WBO franchise belt so I don't have to fight Sean Porter? That's the difference, bro. That is the difference. Stop me when I lie. Go ahead.
Nah, his phone or laptop knocked him out, man. But I'm sure he's gonna go back and listen to this stream. I mean, you cooking,
stop
bro.
Me. That's all I wanted to do. Stop me when I told a lie.
Nah, you cooking, dog. I mean, you on point, man. I agree with you on that. I mean, that's the same shit happened to Devin Haney. So that's just what Mauricio Suleiman do, bro.
Yes, that's why that
you
belt
ready
is
to
turning
duck a
into
motherfucker,
garbage.
man. You
That's
actually
why
had franchise shit.
Hey, man, that's exactly why Riddick Bowe took that shit. They blackballed the shit out of him after that. But that's why he took that shit and threw it in the garbage can. That's why he did that. Because they full of shit. They inconsistent. They make up stuff for certain fighters when it's not supposed to be that way. It's not supposed to be that way, bro. Y'all supposed to be unbiased, bro. Whoever win the belt, win
But who is making? No, coach. No, what you're doing is, coach, you're showing that you're biased, coach, because you make excuses for for them guys not fighting Terrence Crawford, but you're mad because Canelo won't give them other guys a shot. You can't have it both ways, coach.
How are you saying that? I'm not making any excuses. How are you gonna say?
No, you blaming it on Bob Arum, coach. You said now when you say Canelo, you would get out there and you would say, oh, he fighting Liam Smith, he fighting all these European fighters. Well, which one of them goddamn PBC fighters trying to fight Terrence Crawford? This dude can't catch a fucking break. You was on her earlier, coach, talking about how Gary Russell need to do something. Well, Terrence Crawford is doing it, and he still can't catch a break. Coach, listen to me. He been in the welterweight division since June 2018. His first belt he won, coach, was the first day in June 2018 as a welterweight. It's almost 2021, and now one of them guys still stepped up to the plate. So, coach, what I'm saying is, I'm not mad at you for giving Canelo that work. But see, I got a problem if you don't give them other guys that work, because then to me that's being hypocritical.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. It's like this. Canelo is his own boss, right? Canelo can fight whoever Canelo want to fight. Understand what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is with Bob Arum and Top Rank. Okay? It's like this. You in the hood, all right? You got your own hood, right? You got your own friends. We all together. We making money together, right? We making money together. And a stranger come from outside. What y'all gonna do to him? Y'all gonna do him something, right? Or y'all gonna just avoid, we don't fuck with him, right? We don't fuck with him. Because he fucking with this dude who we know is a crook. We ain't fucking with him because he won't get us no money. The problem is this. Terrence Crawford they got all of the belts on at the PBC, bro. They got all of the belts. Terrence Crawford got one belt. All of the other belts.
So, coach, but is that an excuse? I understand that, but is that an excuse not to fight him because they got the belt? Terrence Crawford been having the belt almost 3 years.
Sean Porter want to fight Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford want to fight Sean Porter. But if the money ain't right, because Bob Arum, see, whoever got the belt controls the money, unless it go to purse bid. That's what you're not understanding. Unless it go to purse bid. Now, don't get me wrong.
I understand. No, coach, I understand all of that. I'm just trying to see your logic, on how you're adamant. No, I'm just saying, no, I can tell you know what you're talking about. I can tell that you know boxing. I ain't on here to discredit your boxing. What I'm on here trying to do is just see your logic, how you're attacking Canelo, but then you won't attack them. When you say Canelo, hold on, coach. When you say Canelo is his own boss, all them PBC guys are their own boss too. They can fight who they want.
Canelo is his own boss, bro. Everybody beat to Canelo's drum, but he keep on picking these guys from Europe. Hello?
Yeah, he's listening to you.
I'm listening to you, coach. I'm listening.
He's picking. He controls his own money. Canelo controls the money.
So Earl don't control his money?
Huh?
Earl don't control his money?
Errol control his own money.
Yeah, he do. He done fought on pay-per-view the last 3 times. Don't do that, coach. You know Earl is the man too. Let's give Earl his credit. He is the man too. He probably ain't the man like as big as Canelo, but in his weight class, he is the man. He call the shots, and you know that, coach. And B&B, he know that too. Shout out to my dog B&B Boxing News, bro. Say, I appreciate you bringing me on, bro.
I'll bring you on, man. It's all good, man.
I'm ready to talk. Hey, bro, I'm ready to talk. Let's talk. I like Coach, though. He know his boxing. I ain't on here to discredit him his boxing. He just off on the subjects. You know, like when he talking about Gary Russell. How you gonna get mad at him, coach, when he can't even buy a bucket? Coach, Coach, Leo Santa Cruz wearing skirts shitless from that man. And he did everything he could to get that fight, coach.
Listen to what I'm saying. This is my problem with Gary. Gary is the WBC champion at 126, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if they don't want to give you the big fights. I don't care. Because they're not gonna give you the big fight. They're not gonna fight him, bro. They scared of him at 126. They all scared of him. So you know what you do? Keep whooping your mandatories and make that money. Don't fight just one time a year. You can't get the big fights? Fuck it, make what you can. That's my problem. You only see Gary Russell maybe once a year, bro. Keep fighting, Gary, because what's going to happen is you ain't going to be able to knock the dust off because you're getting older. I love Gary Russell, dude. That's one of my...
Well, coach, if you got that mind frame, then that's the same thing for Jamal Charlo and Andre. Keep fighting your mandatories then. Y'all keep making as much money as y'all can. Because if you got that same mindset on Gary Russell, because you say they not going to fight him. Okay, so it looked like Canelo ain't trying to fight Demetrius or Jamal in your logic. So why don't them dudes just keep fighting? Why won't they fight each other, coach? See, you can't be mad at Canelo, coach. Then you say, oh, Gary, you need to keep doing this. You got to keep fighting because we know they ain't going to fight you. That's the same logic for Charlo and Andrade, too, then.
Hey, listening to me, what I'm saying. Name me another 126-pounder right now. Name him. Go ahead. I'll wait.
I mean, but what they got to do with what we talking about, though?
26-pounder that's claiming he pound for pound best. Go ahead. I'll wait.
But what they got to hold up? I'm trying to see what I'll go ahead. Finish your statement, coach. Like it ain't like Gary Russell is like the name at 126 right now.
But tell me right now who at 126 is ranked in the pound for pound list. I'm gonna sit here and wait on you to answer that question. See,
nobody ranked on the pound for pound list at 26. Nobody.
Canelo is claiming he's the best, but he keep picking motherfuckers from Europe. Flat-footed white boys. Let's keep it real.
But hold up, coach. Let's keep it 100, though. All right, you can say how he picked, but one Caleb Smith, the super middleweight 168-pound super champion, factor fixer.
Who?
Was Caleb Smith his last fight, the 168-pound super champion?
That you know what super champion is? He was the WBC.
I'm asking you a question, coach. I know what it is, but I'm asking you: Did Canelo beat that man for the big belt?
How come he didn't pick the best one?
Why he won't answer my question, B&B? Let me ask you, B&B. Did Canelo beat Caleb Smith for the top title at 168?
Caleb Smith was not the best.
What? What you say?
That was Benavidez'
Caleb Smith
title.
wasn't the best in that division.
That was Benavidez' title. That's the title that Benavidez
Benavidez
lost.
or Gilberto Ramirez is the best in that division. Gilberto had to move up because Canelo.
Hold up.
He moved up to 175.
Hold up, B&B. You act like it's Canelo and them fault that David Benavidez lost his belt on the scale, eating all them goddamn enchiladas with extra chili and cheese sauce.
He loses his belt on the scale, right? When he got caught with cocaine, he got busted for cocaine, right?
That's the first time.
The first time. Listen, the first time, right? He came back and
I'm talking about the second time. I'm talking about B&B talking about that was Benavidez' belt. He's trying to blame Canelo and Caleb Smith because Benavidez was eating them extra enchiladas with extra chili and cheese sauce on them. That's not their fight, That's not their fault, B&B.
Get caught with PEDs and still was allowed to, soon as he come back after 6 months and fight for the title? Yes or no?
Hey, coach, that's no, coach, look, coach, it came back that it wasn't nothing found in him. Let's keep it honest.
PEDs, stop it, bro. It wasn't on no
Hey, coach, I got on Canelo when I first heard that. But when the test came back, that it was nothing.
Clenbuterol. It was that Clenbuterol, bro.
He was on Clenbuterol.
They changed the rule for him.
Okay. All right, so.
Rule for him.
Look at him, bro. You're a Canelo fan,
stop,
bro.
Stop.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. B&B. Hey, you my dog, bro. I ain't no fan of none of these niggas, B&B. I swear I'm not. I promise. Say, I like Coach, though, boy. I like Coach.
When he was at 160, why he ran from Jamal? Go ahead, I'm waiting, bro.
Why
he ran from Jamal? Hey, so watch. Hey, all right. So why Jamal running from Andrade? Let me ask you that question. Why Jamal Charlo running from Demetrius Andrade?
You said why Charlo running from Demetrius Andrade?
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Jamal Charlo is
Coach don't like to answer questions, do it.
because who's
Coach don't like to answer questions, do it.
asking your question? Who is the money man who's claiming to be the pound for
Hey,
pound best?
hey, Coach, don't ask me a question with a question. We know. Look, let me answer that. We know Canelo is the money man, but that ain't the question I asked you. Demetrius Andrade been chasing Charlo for years. Why have Charlo ducked Demetrius Andrade? You say why Canelo won't fight them? Well, why Jamal won't fight Demetrius Andrade?
Why Canelo won't fight none of them? Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah.
Money man, right? He claimed to be the best. He claimed to be the pound for pound. Everybody like you is put in that pound for pound, right? So the dudes want the motherfucker who say that he the best. But you don't want to, but he keep fighting Europeans. Let's keep
So Coach, if it ain't Canelo or Terrence Bud Crawford, then who number one?
Do what?
He said,
If it ain't Canelo who pound for, go ahead, B&B, tell me.
he said who's number one pound for pound in the world
Bud ain't
right
never
now?
lost it. Bud ain't never lost. Bud ain't never lost. Bud, you
No, I respect that. No, if niggas tell me that Terrence Crawford is pound for pound, I can't argue with that.
you the champion. He did it, and then he moved up and he won a belt at 147.
Bro, I'm with you. I got Terrence Crawford as my pound for pound too.
Stop somebody who ain't never been stopped at 147 like
Coach, I got Terrence Crawford as my pound for pound too. But I can't, if some niggas got Canelo there, I can't get mad at that. I understand.
Well, I do because they are Canelo fanboys and don't want to accept reality. The reality of it is this.
Nah, but you don't want to accept reality. Coach, you don't want to accept reality that Jamal Charlo been ducking Demetrius Andrade, and you won't even answer that question, Coach. I'm still waiting.
About what?
About why Jamal Charlo won't fight Demetrius Andrade.
I don't know. I know this though. This is what I do know. I know that Canelo gave up his belt. See, we're not talking about the fighters that's not on a pound for pound list. We talking about the dude who say that he's pound.
Well, Jamal Charlo's damn show ain't on the pound for pound list. Demetrius Andrade damn show ain't sniffing that motherfucker. So why is we talking about them then?
Because they are the best fighters in that division.
So Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in his division, and he can't even sniff a fight with none of them welterweights. But see, you got excuses for that. You want to protect them black fighters, and the black fighters are doing Terrence Crawford, another black fighter, dirty. They won't even give him the opportunity. But when it comes to Canelo, the Mexican fighter, you want to attack the Mexican fighter, and then you want to call us Canelo fanboys. But you won't sit up here. So let me ask you this. Is Errol Spence ducking Terrence Crawford?
No, he ain't ducking Terrence Crawford. And Terrence Crawford.
So why that fight ain't? Huh?
What did Errol Spence say he wanted to do? What did he say?
Man, I'm asking you. Say, no. Don't say what did he say he wanted to do. The first thing he told Terrence Crawford, go get a belt. Terrence Crawford went and got that belt. Second thing he told him, why would I fight you when I could take the easy route? Come on, Coach.
What he said. What he said.
See, you make excuses for Errol Spence. Coach, you can't do that. You bias. You bias, Coach. You bias.
I'm going to clean up my side of the street and get all the belts over here. You got to understand.
Say, bro, what is the side of the street? What is a side in boxing? It ain't no side of the street, bro. What are you talking about, Coach?
Let me finish. You're not letting me finish. He knows Bud Crawford is going to be his toughest fight. Number one. Number two is this. Errol Spence is smart. He know he was going to get two of them belts, and now he's trying to get that belt from Pacquiao. He know that
Pacquiao just came and dismissed an Errol Spence fight. So stop talking about Pacquiao. He said he fighting Conor McGregor. He's not fighting Errol Spence, bro. Stop talking about Pacquiao, Coach. Say, what's up with Coach, man? Coach sit up here and get on Canelo. And look, B&B, I ain't saying it ain't no merit to what he's saying about Canelo, but he clearly biased on the Earl Spence situation, bro.
No, I'm not. You didn't let me
Yes,
finish.
you will. You biased, coach. You won't even say Earl. You will sit up here and say Canelo ducking. He fighting this person and that person and that person. That's the same thing Earl is doing. So why are you mad at Canelo if you're not mad at Earl, bro? I'm trying to get your logic, coach.
Last three opponents was compared to and coming off of compared to Terrence Crawford. Let's talk about that. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about
Talk about what? No, I'm trying to get your logic on how you. No. I'm trying to get your logic on what you said. You said, Canelo is doing this and doing that, but Earl Spence is doing the same thing to Terrence Crawford.
I see that
Canelo.
And you don't understand the whole aspect of the game. You're not understanding the whole aspect. The whole aspect is this. If you got two PBC fighters who are champions, right? And you got a dude who's dealing with Bob Arum, right? So the two PBC fighters, we can make that fight like that.
Easier.
Like that. And they both
Easier.
champions now. They both champions. So which one you gonna do? You gonna go and have to fight with Bob Arum? Or you gonna make that fight with
Once again, Coach is making excuses for Earl Spence, but then he wanna go at Canelo 100% hard. It's clear what you're doing. You biasing the situation. You're going at Canelo because he's a Mexican fighter, but you're making excuses for the black fighter in Earl Spence, who's doing the same thing Canelo doing.
Dude, your understanding is incredibly horrible. Your understanding is horrible. Canelo.
Okay, hold up. You just stated, Coach, you just stated Earl Spence got to clean up his side of the street. He had to do this and he had to do that. So why are you even talking about Canelo when Canelo fight at 168 and he fight at 168 and he doing his thing just like Earl Spence is doing, but you got all the flack for Canelo, but you make excuses for Earl Spence. I just don't get it.
Now, did you hear anything that I said?
Yes, 1,000 times over and over. I heard you. You make excuses for Earl and you get on Canelo.
Go ahead. After he won Undisputed, he moved up and gave up his belts. Right? Yes or no?
Hey, we don't need no cosign from you, B&B. Let your man talk for himself.
Okay, stop right there. Now let me explain. He cleaned up the 140 division. He moved up and he fought for a title against Jeff Horn. And he won the title. Tell me now when Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, either one of those guys, or Boo Boo Andre, tell me when they didn't, they gave up their belts so they didn't have to fight their mandatory. Go ahead, I'll wait. Tell me.
See, Coach, I like guys like you. I like guys you because you're tremendous at what you do. And no, Coach, you said let me add, I like guys like you, Coach. Real talk, because you're tremendous at what you're doing, trying to flip the situation. And Coach, well, I got to give you credit. You make it sound real good, but Coach, you're out of touch on this, Coach, because Canelo is getting all of the work from you. But and Earl Spence, hey, B&B, look, Earl Spence is doing the same thing Coach say Canelo doing. He's doing the same thing.
To not fight is mandatory. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Earl ain't ducking nobody, bro.
I'll wait.
Earl not ducking
nobody. Who ain't ducking nobody? So why Canelo? So if Earl ain't ducking nobody, how's Canelo ducking somebody then?
Earl ain't got nobody calling him out.
I'm asking you, B&B. I'm talking to you.
Okay, what about me? I mean, Earl ain't got nobody calling him out.
You said Earl ain't ducking nobody. So if Earl ain't ducking nobody, how's Canelo ducking somebody, sir?
Man, these dudes been ducking.
Wait. See, this dude understanding is hard. But once again, Earl Spence.
Look.
He's never given to not fight is mandatory. Canelo Alvarez gave up his WBC belt, the most prestigious belt, to avoid a fight with Jamal Charlo. It's a fact. That's the difference. How clear can I put it for you, bro? How clear can I put it for you?
Can you explain to me, Coach? This is what I need you to explain to me. You know we going through a pandemic, the worst shit we done ever seen in our life, right? Since we've been living, right? You know Terrence Bud Crawford, the pound for pound fighter. He has a wife, and he has like 5 or 6 children, Coach. And he came down here during the pandemic, right? And you know what Earl Spence did, spit in his face? He said, "I'm not thinking about Terrence Crawford." Now look, my condolences to everybody who done been affected by this corona. Terrence Crawford want this fight so bad. He came all the way down here to my city in Dallas, Texas. And Earl Spence say, "I ain't thinking about no Terrence Crawford." But then coaches sit up here and say, Canelo this and Canelo that. But then he won't give Earl Spence no pressure. Come on, Coach, what is this?
See,
Let me say this. Let me say that.
He still ain't listening to nothing I'm saying, bro.
Well, hold on, Coach. Why I'm not listening? Why did you try to, not like that, say I'm not listening when you just ain't here? But I'm listening, and you listen to me. I'm listening to you. You won't answer my questions, Coach. You won't answer my question.
What? What was your question? Nixon, say what his question was, because I can barely.
No, BNB, go ahead. Hold up. BNB, what was you finna say?
I was going to say this here. Errol Spence basically said he wanted Manny Pacquiao next. All right? Errol Spence said that, and Terrence Bud Crawford said the exact same thing. Both of those fighters did not say they want each other next. Both of those fighters are chased after the same person, who is Manny Pacquiao, who don't want to fight either one of them.
Now answer this question, Nixon. I'm going to see if you understand this shit. Why do they both fight?
No, hold up. BNB. Hold up real quick, Coach. BNB, so if they both said that they don't want to fight each other, if Pacquiao said he don't want to fight now one of them, or he ain't thinking about them, so ain't this the matchup to be made right now, Earl Spence versus Terrence Crawford?
I got you. No, it's easier.
Leverage and negotiations.
It's easier for Errol Spence.
Well, y'all making excuses for Earl. Y'all are making excuses for Earl Spence, but y'all want to get Canelo all the work. I don't get it.
Let me say this. If you and I got the exact same manager, it's easy for us to negotiate opposed to negotiating with somebody else with a different manager. That's what's going on. PBC fighters.
Not only that, Nixon, it's not only that. The reason why they both want to fight Manny Pacquiao is this. Earl Spence has two belts.
WBA.
And Terrence Crawford has 1 belt. Now, if Earl got 3 belts, cleaned up everything on his side, when they go to the negotiation table, what's going to happen? He going to get the bigger split. Because I got 3 belts. I fought all 3 of the champions and took their belts.
Coach, why are you talking about that still? Manny Pacquiao dismissed a fight with either one of them, bro. Stop talking about what if this, what if that. Manny Pacquiao not thinking about now one of them, bro. And that's clearly no debating. You keep going back and talking about, the 3 belts and 1 belt. Manny Pacquiao just came out and said he looking to fight Conor McGregor next. So why are you still talking about that? And you know how big that Conor McGregor Manny Pacquiao fight gonna be? So guess what? After Manny Pacquiao make all that money, Coach, it's over with. He's done. He will never fight Earl Spence. He will never fight Terrence Crawford. He's done after this, Coach.
Say, bro, the fight that they trying to make, bro. They, Al Heyman is his advisor, just like he Errol Spence advisor. So they trying to put that fight together. So my whole point.
Oh, okay. So BNB, did Manny Pacquiao dismiss Earl Spence or not? Yes or no, BNB?
Yeah, he dismissed it.
This fight is gonna be.
So why is we still talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford? Manny Pacquiao don't want no parts of now one of them niggas, bro. He cannot beat. I don't know if he could beat them at this stage of his career, bro. He's 42 years old. Why are we talking about an old man? We got 2 young lions. Come on, Coach. I heard you talking earlier of what era you come from, and this is acceptable to you? Coach, you grew up in the best era ever, and you letting this be acceptable to you in this era?
Say, bro, Errol want all the straps, bro. He want the WBA to add to his IBF and his WBC. That's what he want. I want all the straps. And then when we get to that negotiation,
Can I tell you something?
Money.
Hey, Coach, Errol Spence will never fight Terrence Crawford. That fight not gonna ever happen.
Man, you tripping. You are tripping.
That fight not. Listen to me. Errol Spence is finna go fight Canelo, bro.
Knowledge right now that fight gonna happen.
No. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford will never happen, bro. It will never happen. It ain't gonna happen. I finally get it now. Errol Spence will not fight Terrence Crawford.
I tell you what, then, if it don't happen, you get $1,000. How about that?
I'm gonna remember this live stream. See it.
Well, you can remember it. You gonna definitely remember when your pockets get hit.
How my pocket's gonna get hit? I ain't say I'm gonna give you $1,000 if it do get made. You the one said if it don't happen, I'm gonna give you $1,000.
But I can't talk about Canelo. I can't say nothing about Canelo.
No, that's the fight. Because look. Let me tell you why that's the next super fight, Coach. Because Errol Spence showed up to Canelo fight, bro.
It's a totally different scenario. You comparing apples to oranges right now.
No. Look, Coach. In reality, I don't think Errol could win that fight. But Errol and Canelo the same size, Coach. So it ain't like it's gonna be no big difference.
How come he fighting Yildirim? How come he fighting him? Hey, I'll wait. Bro,
look, Coach, look.
That's what
I understand what you're saying. I'm not going against that. What I'm saying is, yeah, he should fight Jermell or Andre, but I just tried to flip it and say why they ain't fighting each other. And I also tried to flip it to say, if you saying he should do this, why you ain't saying Earl should do that? Why don't Canelo? Well, if that's the case, Earl trying to get 3 belts, can I say the same thing for Canelo and make that excuse for Canelo? I can say, oh, Canelo trying to get 3 belts.
You can't make that excuse for Canelo. You want to know why? You want to know why you can't make that excuse for Canelo? Because Canelo gave up his belt to avoid fighting Jamal Charlo. He stayed at 160 and fought another 160 pounder after he gave
Hey,
up.
Coach, that's a disservice for you being the coach to say Canelo Alvarez scared. You know damn well Canelo not scared. Stop saying that, Coach.
Well, I can't tell why he ran.
Because if that's the case, Coach, if that's the case, we can say Errol Spence scared. And we know damn well Errol Spence not scared of no goddamn Terrence Crawford.
Errol Spence has won the last 3-4 fights has been what?
No, what I'm saying is you saying Canelo scared. I say that's a disservice to say he's scared because that's like I said, oh, Errol Spence scared to fight Terrence Crawford. And you know that's not true.
Who at 147 that Terrence Crawford can beat.
See, hey, Coach, see, this is the thing right here. You asking me who can he beat? Nobody wants to fight him, Coach. Look, I know damn well he gonna beat Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, and then he gonna say he'll beat all them. I don't know who will win that fight. I'm in Errol Spence. But look, now one of them over there want to fight. You won't admit that now one of them don't want to fight. A couple of years ago, when Bob Arum offered Danny Garcia $3 million, that would have been the most money he had ever got. He turned it down. When they was trying to get the Keith Thurman fight, Keith Thurman say, oh, he's not in my plan. With Sean Porter, they was brothers. They're happy and they're singing in their colors. Give me a high five looking ass nigga. That's what they was.
You're not listening. Danny Garcia done made more than $3 million in a fight. That's number one. Just like I said, Bob Arum gonna lowball whoever the fuck he try to get up in there. That's number one. Number two is this. Number two is who the last fight, how come he gave Amir Khan $7 fucking million? Answer that question. Go ahead. What you gonna offer Danny Garcia 3?
He got knocked out.
Who Danny Garcia knocked fucking Amir Khan ass out. So go ahead. Go ahead. Answer that question.
He stepped up, but Pugilism Company said, y'all missing the point. Errol Spence is going to fight Ugas for the WBA Intercontinental belt, so he will.
Not Intercontinental, that's the WBA regular champion.
That's what he said. He'll be in line for the WBA belt, no matter who has it. No one has mentioned that. It's chess. And I got someone, Rap Star Boxing TV. What's going on, man?
What's happening, my brethren? I'm all the way from London. You know, respecting your grind about boxing, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we just on this bad boy, man. Just talking a little boxing talk, man, about everything, about Canelo, man. Who's your pound for pound, my brother?
I think I got Canelo #1 at the moment.
Unbelievable.
Why you got Canelo #1?
Well, he's been fighting the most, he's been fighting the opposition, which is ranked highly, and he's been fighting consistent world champions. And he's been fighting the highest opposition on a consistent basis, you know? And the man's got a really good resume already, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, he was 3 different weight world champions in 14 months. Yo, listen, in 14 months, the man became a 3-weight different world champion. Regardless of who he fought, he still fought those people. Those were the champions which were ahead of him, in front of him at the time.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. Each man do for their own opinion, man.
Unbelievable.
I'm keeping it real, bro.
Well, let me say this, man. The reason why I don't have him in my pound for pound, man, because I feel like he's ducking Jamal Charlo.
Yeah, but I think if you guys are going to keep saying that he's been ducking one fighter...
168.
Sorry, go ahead.
Why don't he fight David Benavidez in 168?
Yeah, Jamal Charlo didn't even look good against Derevchenko. He was in a life and fucking death fight with Derevchenko. So Jamal Charlo doesn't look like... Jamal Charlo does not look like... Let me tell you, bro. Jamal Charlo does not look like he's got the goods to beat Canelo, bro. It's going to be maybe a tough fight, and he ain't got nothing special to offer. He ain't got nothing special to offer Canelo, bro. All of the people that Canelo's faced already are similar to Jamal Charlo in rankings, bro.
That's what he fought. So you telling me Liam Smith was a world beater? That's what
we're talking about the people that he's fought already. Remember this. Gennady Golovkin, when he fought him, Gennady Golovkin was fucking unbeaten. He was the boogeyman. He was the real man when he beat him, right? So Gennady Golovkin at that time was probably better than Jamal Charlo. And we got to remember these guys. Well, we got to remember that Canelo also fought. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Dude named he also avoided this guy who was the pound for pound best after Floyd left. He avoided him too.
Yeah, I think this sounds a bit hating. If you're going to talk from America and tell people from England that the reason why you don't have Canelo #1 because of Jamal Charlo, that's fucking pure hate, bro. That's just one fighter. Jamal Charlo's nowhere near fucking proven as Canelo. So you guys are going off one fucking fighter, Jamal Charlo.
I got a question for him. Who the fuck did Liam Smith beat? Go ahead.
Well, Liam Smith was a domestic guy. Then he became a world champion, and then he beat that guy that they think is going to beat Demetrius Andrade, Liam Williams. Liam Smith beat him twice, and that guy Liam Williams has been winning since then. He's been knocking people out since then. And Liam Smith is not the guy that we're talking about. We're talking about Kovalev. We're talking about Gennady Golovkin. We're talking about Daniel Jacobs when Daniel Jacobs was the real cat. This motherfucker Canelo washed all those guys, bro. He beat all those guys. Daniel Jacobs would beat Jamal Charlo on a good day. You don't know what you're talking about. Daniel Jacobs at that time, when he was proven and he was more in his prime, he would have beat Jamal Charlo probably. He would have probably beat Jamal Charlo, bro. You guys have got one fighter in Jamal Charlo. Yeah, but that sounds like hate from America. Because everybody outside in the world, they look at you guys and they're laughing. Come on.
He was all right.
Let me ask you a question.
Keep it real, bro.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. How you feel about Canelo getting busted with that clenbuterol in the system? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, now some of those things, just the same way I feel about, look, I'm a hardcore boxing fan. Just like I follow Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley got busted for steroids. Just like I follow Evander Holyfield. He had a fucking problem with some of those steroids. Just like Roy Jones Jr. is one of my favorite fighters in the fucking world. He got busted for steroids. Kovalev got busted for steroids. There's thousands. Don't listen. Those are more drugs than Canelo. But Canelo's still taking that shit. Let me tell you now. You asked me the question. Let me answer, bro. That Buretrol that he took, they just announced on the internet. Go onto Boxing Scene They said what Canelo had in his system is proven and approved today. They've approved it. So whatever they caught him with, that Buretrol, whatever you want to call it, they approved that shit right now. They approved whatever he was caught with, it gets approved now. It's approved.
Okay, let me say this. They changed their rules.
But I just mentioned to you 7 fighters, which are Hall of Famers, which got busted for steroids.
No, most
But
boxers.
do you like Shane Mosley, bro? I got people watching you now. Do you like Shane Mosley?
Let me say this.
Come on, keep the same energy, bro.
Keep the same energy. Let me keep the same
Come on, I
energy.
got you, bro. Come on.
Now, let me say this. Let me say this. I'm not saying I don't like Canelo, but what I'm saying is this: if you are,
But do you like Evander Holyfield?
I like him too. But let me say this:
Do you like Roy Jones?
if you a cheat, I can't put you on the pound for pound though.
So when Roy Jones was a pound for pound, you will take him off the list from that time, then, yeah?
I would, yes. If he got busted with steroids,
And
yes.
Evander Holyfield, and keep the same energy with Sugar Shane
I would
Mosley.
take him off. I've never
And
heard
Sugar
of
Shane Mosley.
Roy Jones ain't never got busted with no steroids. Not
But you know something? You got to remember the Sugar Shane Mosley was number 3 pound for pound, and then he got busted for steroids. So you guys have got to keep this real. If you're going to show the hate for Canelo, if you're going to show hate for Canelo, right? You can't take away Canelo's skills. Canelo's skills are on another level. The man has a granite chin. He has an amazing jab. He knows how to work on the inside. You can't take away the guy's skill set. Canelo is your number 1 pound for pound in America right now. Number 1. And Jamal Charlo don't come nowhere near that. Jamal Charlo's not even in the top 10, bro. Jamal Charlo's not even in the top 10 pound for pound.
Whooping flat-footed white fighters. That's what he been doing.
Jamal Charlo's in the pound for pound, but not Jamal.
I never said he was.
I'm a boxing hardcore, bro. I'm a boxer. Come on. Bro, I've been in the boxing game for all my life.
He gave up his
Bro,
belt.
you're not a coach, bro. You sound like you're a man in your fucking feelings, bro. You don't sound like you're a coach.
That is a
You
fact.
sound like you're a fucking guy who's just talking a racism or narrative here. You're talking narratives, bro.
I'm talking facts, Jack.
No, you ain't talking no facts. I'm talking facts.
Better athletes, period.
Jamal Charlo got the weakest resume. Jamal Charlo got a weak fucking resume. How the fuck can you put him ahead of Canelo Alvarez?
Never. Nah.
Bro, you gotta let everybody speak at one time. We can't just leave
From
this
from
over
the
each
UK,
other.
where you from? From the UK, and they he beats up on. He's the king. Yeah, he's a powerful pound in Europe.
No, bro, but Jamal Charlo's not even recognized in the whole world. International boxing. He's not recognized like Canelo. Keep it real.
Skilled brothers, because you know why?
Canelo's recognized like the number 1 guy, not Jamal. Jamal's like number 12. What are you talking about? He's not even in the pound for pound top 10. Nobody's got Jamal Charlo in the pound for pound top 10.
Liam Smith.
And let me tell you who gives Jamal Charlo problems right now. Gennady Golovkin. Even the 4 years after Gennady Golovkin gives Jamal Charlo a big fight. You need to get through Golovkin first.
Gennady Golovkin avoided Jamal Charlo because
Yeah, but bro, you can't say that because they're in different promotions. They're in different sides of the fucking corporations, bro.
WBC.
You don't know boxing, coach. You seem like you don't know boxing, bro.
And Gennady Golovkin didn't want to fight him.
But you know when there's different corporations, they're different places. It's not easy to make those fights because some of the fights, let's be honest, Al Heyman. That's why you got fucking Errol Spence and Terence Crawford problems. The same reason you got Errol Spence and Terence Crawford problems, bro.
That's who he fought Dominic Wade. Somebody ain't
Now
nobody.
you got 2 welterweights in America making noise and they still can't get the fight going on. And the rest of the world are laughing at you Americans right now. Australia laughs at you guys. Japan laughing at you guys. Fucking England's laughing at you guys because you got 2 of the best welterweights and they can't even make a fight, bro. So the same fucking situation. It's the same problem. You got Al Heyman and you got Bob Arum. And these guys are not getting the fights on.
Let me ask you one question.
Go on,
Let
bro.
me ask you one question.
Yeah.
Do you feel or think that Canelo avoided Jamal? Regardless of
No, but you know why you can't say that as well, bro? Because listen to this. At the time, Gennady Golovkin was highly ranked. Let me speak. Gennady Golovkin was way highly ranked. Jamal Charlo was just coming up. Canelo was already the guy. Canelo's been the top guy for over 6 years now. So you can't really say that he's ducked him because Jamal Charlo and Andre, They couldn't even fight each other. They've been ducking each other. Jamal Charlo and Andre. Listen, Andre's got the worst resume as a world champion. Andre is another guy who hasn't fought fucking nobody. And Jamal Charlo and Andre should have got it on, but they ducked each other, bro. Jamal Charlo ducked Andre.
After he finished talking, let me
So
talk.
listen, you gotta keep this shit real. At the end of the day, Canelo is the kingpin. So let's be honest, when Mayweather was the kingpin, he don't need to chase you. You need to chase him, bro. Listen, like Errol Spence right now, I might not be in fucking America, but Errol Spence is the #1 welterweight. He don't need to chase fucking Terence Crawford. He don't need to go and chase him. Terence Crawford need to fucking chase Errol Spence. And that's the truth. Because Errol Spence is the #1 welterweight. I don't give a fuck what Terence Crawford's done 5 years ago. What the fuck has Terence Crawford done in the last 2 years? He ain't done shit. Errol Spence has been beating all the top guys. Let me speak, bro. Errol Spence has been beating the guys in the top of the ladder. So Errol Spence is the #1 welterweight. But Terence Crawford is trying to call himself the #1. He ain't. He ain't no #1 welterweight. He's no #1 welterweight. His best fucking win is Victor Postol. Errol Spence would have knocked Victor Postol out. He would have knocked him the fuck out. And Errol Spence would have knocked out everybody that Terence Crawford fought. Errol Spence would have beat them worse than he beat them. So don't tell me about Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. Let me tell you right now, Rapstar's going to put money on Errol Spence. And I guarantee you, when Errol Spence goes in the ring with Terence Crawford's never fought an elite fighter at 147 in his fucking life. He's going to be fucking standing next to a ghost. He's going to wish he's not in the ring. Let me tell you that right now, bro. Errol Spence is proven. Errol Spence has shown everybody that he can give it, he can take it, he can box, he can give you a dog fight. If you guys think Terence Crawford's beating Errol Spence, you guys are fucking delusional. I'm with Errol Spence.
Nobody said that. Nobody.
Oh, I've been hearing that on your channel, bro. That's why I pulled up.
On the planet, so he can stop that.
No,
Hey, I pulled up because I heard people saying Errol's ducking Terence
that was
Crawford.
somebody
He ain't
else.
ducking Terence
That was
Crawford.
PBA boxing. That was someone else that was on there. That was another.
Yeah, I don't believe Errol's ducking nobody. Errol offered him a fair deal. 60-40, bro. 60-40 is a fucking fair deal for Terence Crawford to take that deal and jump on Errol. But he's not showing that energy, bro. How can Errol Spence come on TV and tell everybody, if you want the fight, you better give me 60-40. He's not outpricing himself. He's being real. He actually wants to fight Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford and Bob Arum, they want to pay fucking Amir Khan $8 million, $7 million, but you motherfuckers can't pay Keith Thurman. You can't even pay Sean Porter. So these guys are playing a duck. Let me tell you who's ducking. Terence Crawford might be ducking with Bob Arum.
Yeah, wrap stuff. Coach got something to say. Go ahead, Coach.
Go ahead.
Okay. He said that they were young and they were this and they were that at 154, right? That's what he said about Boo Boo, right? And he said that about Jamal Charlo, right? Well, let's break down the facts of the matter. Jamal Charlo was a champion at 154. Boo Boo Andre was a champion at 154. And Jamal Charlo had a belt also at 154. So, Canelo had the other belt. What did Canelo do? He ran away from him. So
No, Canelo was at 160. Let's get this shit right, bro. Canelo was at 160.
Then he moved up to 160.
He was already at 160 at that time. He was not at 154 anymore. He was already at 164. He already fought 2 fights at 160 at that time, bro.
You want me to talk, see?
Go ahead.
How are you number one at 154 when they got 3 other guys with belts? Go ahead, I'll wait.
You know what boxing is? Even if he beats Jamal Charlo, you guys are going to say he hasn't fought Andre. I think it's just a situation that you're always going to find for Canelo. You're always going to downplay him because you know when Mayweather was in that situation. Now listen to this. When Mayweather was that situation, they did the same thing to Mayweather. They're doing the same thing to Canelo now, bro. But continue.
He still ain't answered the question. The question is, Canelo had a belt, Boo Boo Andre had a belt, Jamel had a belt, and Jamal had a belt. So
Yeah, but Canelo was chasing GGG.
If you're not gonna fight either one of the champions.
But Gennady Golovkin was the biggest fight for him out of all of them. Even if you put Andre and Jamal Charlo together, let me tell you this now. If you put Andre and Jamal Charlo together, they both don't even come next to GGG and Canelo. GGG and Canelo was a much bigger fight. You understand? Gennady Golovkin was the biggest fight for Canelo at that time. Now, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I think should happen. Let me tell you what. At the end of the day,
Another made-up guy. Gennady Golovkin. Let's go over his resume.
Yeah, okay, but let me ask you this. You cannot.
Gennady Golovkin's resume. Let's go over that.
Yeah, he beat Daniel Jacobs.
Fought one good fighter on his.
And he had a fucking win against Canelo in the first fight. Let's not forget that, bro.
You have to click him off, dog. You have to click him off, bro, because he's not listening to nothing. He's not letting nobody else speak.
Raptor, let him go right quick, man. Then you can get the flow after.
Gennady Golovkin had one good fighter he fought on his resume. One. And that was Danny Jacobs. Besides Canelo.
Yeah, and Canelo.
Besides Canelo, name me somebody else who was a world beater at 160.
Well, we got to remember this, yeah? When Gennady Golovkin came into the sport from Europe and he came in from his country, he wasn't getting big fights for a long time until he became 31 years old. Finally, at 31, he got a promotional team who could get him into the fights around the world. And then he started beating these guys which were unbeaten, like the Murrays. He beat some unbeaten guys which were contenders in the number 1, 2. They were all number 1, 2 contenders. Finally, when he stepped up with Daniel Jacobs, he gave Daniel Jacobs the best fight. That was the best fight for Daniel Jacobs. And then when he fought Canelo and him in the first fight, Gennady Golovkin, people said that he won that fight. So it tells you how good Gennady Golovkin was. In the first fight, a lot of people gave Gennady Golovkin the win against Canelo, right? It's just that he's also been moved. He's been moved the same way as Andre and fucking Jamal Charlo. Gennady Golovkin was moved the same way as Jamal and Andre. And by the time he was 32, he had a better resume when he fought Daniel Jacobs. But because he started late, let's not forget this. Andre. Who the fuck has Andre fought? Nobody. Who the fuck has Jamal Charlo fought, bro? Nobody. So you can't compare even those two to Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin's got a better resume than both of them. And even though that you don't think it's that good, it's still better than those two.
That's not true.
It is true. It is true because Daniel Jacobs is a better fighter than both of them, like in the resume, bro.
He don't want to let me speak because they hate facts. See?
No. I'm gonna go on mute and you can speak while I'm chilling.
I see you that you hate facts. This guy hates facts.
I love facts, but keep it cooking. I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay, name one fighter on Gennady Golovkin's resume besides Danny Jacobs that can beat J. Rock Williams. I'll wait. Go ahead. Besides Canelo and Danny Jacobs, name one person that could beat J. Rock. Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead. Answer the question, bro. Dominic Wade or bum? I could go through the list for you, bro. He fought a bunch of bums. A bunch of them. And they built him up because he got the protection. He got the complexion for the protection. That's a fact. They built him up. He wasn't fighting no black fighters just like Canelo doing right now.
You can't handle the truth, my brother.
It's a fact, bro. It's a fact.
Hey, you got your opinions, bro, but they're not facts.
Stop, man.
I'm sharing this video right now on a Facebook with England, and they said that you're capping, bro. They said this guy is total cap.
You already said.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna send it all to your private chat. That all this capping messages I'm getting about this guy.
He gonna send this group to England. Say we capping. That's
yeah, he said that. They said that he's capping because look, you gotta understand this. Let me tell you why, bro. We come from the boxing fraternity from England, and we go by facts and paperwork. And Canelo is way more proven than both of those guys put together. And if Andre and Jamal, let me listen to this. Andre and Jamal Charlo, even if you put both of their records together, They're both fucking resume still doesn't come nowhere near one man Canelo. Canelo has fought way better fighters than both of them put together. And that's just facts. We can't really, well, listen, I've got no horse in this race, bro. I'm a multicultural man. I'm a brotherhood, but I keep it real. I keep this shit real, bro. I keep this shit real.
I don't care if you from the fucking moon.
Listen, Canelo's your god. Canelo's your godfather. You need to respect him, bro. He's the godfather of boxing. He's the fucking godfather of boxing, bro.
Canelo is a cherry picking motherfucker.
Canelo is god of boxing right now.
He do. That's what the fuck he do.
Mayweather was a worse cherry picker than Canelo, bro. Mayweather was a worse cherry picker than Canelo. But I bet you loved Mayweather, didn't you? Bitch. I bet you loved Mayweather.
You saw what happened when Canelo got his ass in there with a motherfucking athlete, huh?
But let me tell you right now, Mayweather was cherry picking worse than Canelo was. Mayweather was cherry picking worse than Canelo, bro.
That's what happened, and that's why he don't want to fuck with nobody with good.
See, I've just shut down Coach.
He not gonna
Coach just got shut down, bro. Come on, Coach.
Coward. He's a coward. He's a fucking.
I like your energy though, Coach, but let me tell you what, you sound like a fucking hater, bro. You sound like one motherfucking hater, bro. You sound like a guy who doesn't like Latino people. You got problems against Mexican people, bro. What's your problem? What has Mexican people done to you, bro? That you need to fucking hate on a fucking man, which is the best fucking warrior right now in 2021. You don't like boxing, Coach. Take that fucking name off your title, bro. You don't like boxing. You're a hater, bro.
You don't know shit.
You fucking racist hater, bro.
Nah, man, he's not a racist, man.
But he sound like he's a fucking hater to Mexicans, bro. I'm not even Mexican. I'm from England. But this guy sounds like a fucking hater, bro.
It ain't no fucking hater. I'm
So
calling.
give Canelo some respect, bro. Canelo's a great fighter.
How come Canelo keep picking white, slow-ass European fighters to fight?
Bro, you can't say that. The man beat Daniel Jacobs. Come on.
He's a fighter. One.
Yeah, but he fought fucking Gennady Golovkin. That's an Eastern European, bro.
You still ain't understanding.
You ain't understanding, bro. You making this shit up. The man went and beat a Russian in Kovalev.
Lost to Canelo. He was ordered by the WBC to fight Jamal Charlo in an eliminator bout. You know what he did? He said, "Fuck that! I'm not doing it. I'm not."
No, that's fake. That's fake news. That's total fake news. That's just you trying to make Jamal Charlo look good. You just trying to fucking stick up for Jamal Charlo. That's dumb as fuck. That's dumb, bro.
Jack.
That shit's got facts. That shit's dumb. Canelo had no reason to fight Jamal Charlo. He had to fight fucking Gennady Golovkin. That's a way bigger fucking name than what Jamal Charlo was at that time, bro.
Hey, can y'all talk one by
Jamal
one?
Charlo got an email belt. What are you gonna say now? He got his belt by email.
Man, hang up on this dude. Dude don't want to let me say
See,
shit.
this dude don't want the facts. Jamal Charlo got in position and got his belt by email. He got the same way that Devin Haney got the belt. Jamal Charlo got the belt by fucking email, bro.
Never. That's when. Never.
Hey,
Keep on beating up on Europeans, man. Stop. That's all he doing.
Come on, man. You gotta respect the man who's the best at the moment. You can't just be hating on him because he's white. You can't hate on a man because he's white. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. You're hating on a man because he's not fucking white, because he's white. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
I don't think he a racist, man. We don't preach hate on this channel.
Yeah, but I'm sharing your stream right now, and they're calling you guys a racist out here.
Nah,
You know
nah.
what? You can
You're
call
the host. They're not talking to the host.
this
They're
question.
talking to the coach.
What's his name? Rap what?
Rap star.
Rap star. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
You can call me a racist all you want. Facts are facts.
Yeah, but you got no facts.
Lying.
The facts are over here. I'm recording this. There's no facts.
9 athletes to fight. He keep picking 9 athletes.
Bro, who the fuck has Andre fought? Who the fuck has Jamal Charlo fought? Nobody. These motherfuckers haven't fought nobody. They're nowhere near Canelo, bro. They shouldn't even be fucking spoken about. They haven't fought nobody. And you're fucking here downplaying Canelo.
Andrade ain't a better athlete than Canelo
Bro,
Alvarez.
Andrade and fucking Jamal Charlo. I'm a fan of both of those guys.
Canelo Alvarez.
How about if I told you in 2017 I've met both of the brothers in Houston? He don't even know who I am, bro. I'm a real boxing cat. This guy ain't got a boxing fucking man.
When you got good feet, he can't fuck with you. When you got good feet, he can't fuck with you. And these guys got great feet. See,
but okay, those are things that need to
that's
be
what it
watched.
is, short.
We're talking about right now. Right now, Canelo's the number one. We're not talking about conspiracy
He ain't
theories.
no number one in my book.
Yeah, so who you got number one? Who you got number one?
Until he start fighting motherfuckers.
Who you got number one, coach?
And he
Coach,
start
who you got fucking number one?
You say, Coach.
When he start fighting the best in the
I'm gonna tell you,
Coach is not answering the question.
who's
bro.
your number one then, Coach?
I'm not moving Terrence Crawford till he lose.
Terrence
I'm not moving till he lose. And I love Errol Spence.
Hey, let me tell you right now, Errol Spence is ahead of Terence Crawford in the pound for pound rankings in
But
England.
he beat him, bro.
Yeah? Errol Spence is ahead of Terence Crawford when it comes to the rankings right now, bro.
That's all it is to it. And just like they try to put
Man,
another
see,
European
coach is a
fighter,
problem with
they try to
coach,
put
yeah?
another European fighter at number
I've
one.
had debates with people like Coach already, bro.
See, it's all
This
about
guy's just not talking
it's all
facts.
about
Pure
the
feelings.
complexion for the protection, bro. That's all it is. It's just like they had Vasil Lomachenko number one. It's that complexion. That's how they do. They built up Gennady Golovkin. Same thing. It's the same shit.
I want to hear what Rapstar got said about Lomachenko. What do you think about Lomo? Let's talk about what 135 division.
Man.
I mean, Lomachenko, right? I mean, don't forget, I was an amateur guy when I
I'm
was
a
a kid.
racist. Call it like it is.
Lomachenko, right? He broke history when he won 400 over fights as an amateur, right? And the man came into the boxing rankings, and don't forget, he was given a hard fight after a hard fight straight away. And a lot of these guys in boxing have never ever had a resume like Lomachenko. Lomachenko is the first guy in history who's been fighting ranked fighters as soon as he started boxing, right? So you can't take it away from him. I do believe Lomachenko is a special fighter, but I think he's a special fighter at 130 pounds. I don't think he's a special fighter at 135. I think he's the best fighter at 130.
I think we all agree with you on that. I agree with him on
I
that.
agree.
You know, 130, Lomachenko is the daddy at 130.
No, he ain't the daddy. He ain't the
But
daddy.
not at 135, he's not.
He's
Not at 135.
Right now, they got a little cat named Shakur Stevenson who will tear that ass up.
I don't think so. I think Shakur Stevenson's a great fighter, but he ain't totally mature and ready. Lomachenko at 130 against Shakur would be a great fight, though. That would be a great fight. And I would be happy to see Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson at 130.
Shakur will beat him up.
Hey, coach, do you bet money?
I got Shakur.
Coach,
I got
do you
Shakur.
bet money, coach?
At 130. I got
Okay, coach, do you bet money, coach? Coach, do you bet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Rapstar, I'm pretty well known in the YouTube. I bet over thousands of dollars in some of the fights, and I pay up really well. I've got a very good name in YouTube. So if you want to bet me, I'm going to come back to this channel, and I'm going to put you on your spot, and I'm going to bet you.
I'm gonna follow you, hey Rapstar. I'm gonna follow you tonight, man. I'm gonna check you out.
Yeah, and you know what, my brother, I'm gonna invite you to come and cook it up in England. Is that good?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna share some of my people in England with you. And you know that guy who was on earlier? What's the guy's name who was on earlier? What's his name? Yeah, he's a cool cat. I'm gonna invite him to England as well on a show.
Rapstar, I'm not a racist. I can tell you that. That ain't got nothing.
I know, but you do look.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. The point I'm trying to make to you is this: Canelo avoids athletic fighters. That's the bottom line. He avoid black American fighters. He do it all the time. That's real athletic. He does not no smoke with those guys.
Hey, look, I appreciate your opinion, coach. Look, coach, I understand you got an opinion, I got an opinion, and I get it. We love boxing, right? But I do think there's only one guy who can beat Canelo. There's only one guy.
David Benavidez.
No. Yeah, he could. No, maybe, but I don't give it to him. No. There's one more guy. His name's Better Beef. He's at 175.
We already know that.
Man, get out of here. Bivol will beat him up too.
No. Better Beef will beat
Beef will
Canelo.
beat him. That
Beef
boy,
would beat him, but nobody else. Listen, look, I respect everybody, but if Jamal Charlo fights Canelo now, I got Canelo winning that fight. all
I'll
day.
put money on that
we
one.
gonna bet on that.
I'll put money on that one.
So I'm gonna put money. I'm gonna put on money on Canelo on that one.
I'm gonna put it on Jamal.
And guess who else?
Okay.
Got money on Demetrius Andrade if he get that fight with Canelo too. How about that?
Demetrius Andre's doing bullshit with Eddie Hearn right now. He ain't fighting nobody. But let me tell you right now, Jamal Charlo, if Jamal Charlo Canelo get made this year, I'm going with Canelo.
Okay.
And I tell you how much I'm gonna bet you. I'm gonna put a stack on it. I'm gonna put 500 with the person who's, you know, I don't know whose channel this is, but I forgot your name, bro. I just pulled up on you.
It'd be about to do.
I'm gonna put 500 with Coach and 500 with you, bro.
If he fight Boo Boo Andre, you got money on Canelo still?
Yeah, I got money because Boo Boo Andre. The problem with Boo Boo Andre is I've been watching Boo Boo Andre from the amateurs. I've been watching Boo Boo Andre when he beat Keith Thurman. You're talking to a hardcore guy here, bro. Boo Boo Andre has not faced anybody like Canelo. And the problem with Boo Boo Andre, he's good. He's only good for the person you put in front of him. Soon as somebody steps up, I got Jamal Charlo smoking Boo Boo Andre. I think Jamal Charlo's gonna smoke him, bro. I think Jamal Charlo gonna knock out Boo Boo Andre, gonna knock him out.
How many fights Boo Boo lost?
Boo Boo hasn't fought nobody, that's why.
Canelo fought some people, huh? Okay, all right.
But you know, Canelo's fought about 8 to 9 opponents already, way better than Boo Boo Andre's resume. But look,
name one of them that could beat Boo Boo. Go ahead, I'll wait.
Okay, I'll tell you right now. Daniel Jacobs,
that could beat Boo Boo.
Gennady Golovkin, Daniel Jacobs. These guys can give Boo Boo Andre a great fight. These guys could probably beat Boo Boo Andre.
Oh my God! Do you really believe Gennady Golovkin could beat Boo Boo Andre?
Yeah, I do.
Shit about boxing for real.
No, because you know why? Even though Gennady Golovkin didn't look good against Lomachenko, you gotta let me speak, bro. You gotta let me speak. You gotta let me speak. Why?
Stop.
Okay, look. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our money. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do, bro. We're gonna put our money where our mouth is. That's the only way we're gonna shut this down.
Do that.
All right, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. So I'm gonna subscribe to your channel right now.
For them UK dollars, I know that.
Yeah, listen. Your dollars are weak for me, Mo. My pounds are strong. Yo, listen. What's your channel name? Let me see. Let me just subscribe to your channel right now, bro. I like you guys.
All right. BN Boxing News. And,
yeah, so I'm gonna subscribe to you. And I've got a channel called Rapstar Boxing TV, and I've got Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. You can subscribe to either one.
Yeah.
All right, dog.
Right?
Now, look, man, I love the energy for boxing talk, man. I love the energy. But what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis?
Tank Davis gonna knock him out.
Okay, so you think Tank Davis? Okay, I might not put money on that because I think Tank will beat him.
Yeah, you say you got Rapstar TV. What's your stuff again?
Rapstar Boxing TV. Now, where you got your money with Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez?
Devin Haney against everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna put $1,000 that Devin Haney gets smoked by Teofimo Lopez. Listen, Tank Davis beats Ryan, but Teofimo Lopez is gonna fucking put Haney to sleep.
I like Teofimo Lopez.
I think he puts Haney to sleep, bro.
I like Teofimo Lopez. Let me throw that out there, but Devin Haney is something special. And I'm gonna tell you something else. What you looking at? I'm gonna tell you what you're looking at. You're looking at power.
Nah, I'm not. I'm a boxer. Okay. I told you I was an amateur. You're forgetting that I look out the box. Go on.
Okay. My boy Pugilism Company say he wants you to hit him up at pugilismcompany@gmail.com. It's some good people, man.
All right, brother. All right. No, but look, at the end of the day, we love boxing, but I think a lot of the fighters, like you guys, are constantly going for brothers. Now, if I give you another fighter, who you got in Teofimo Lopez against Tank Davis?
Woo.
Come on, because I'm showing this to Facebook, and then you guys are not being real right now.
No, Nah, coach had to go. Coach had to go. So coach is no longer on here. Let me
Yeah,
say
but
this.
Teofimo Lopez versus Tank Davis.
Oh man, I like Teofimo. Now let's say this here. I'll put like you said, if Teofimo don't get Tank out early, Tank gonna finish him off. You talking about power versus power. And Tank is something special. You seen how Tank got mad the other day, man, when he fought Leo. I know Leo is a small guy, and you saw how mad he got and what he did. So T.O. is something special. Tank is too, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We in this thing, man. We in this thing. Who's your top fighter? Who's your number one?
Teofimo's number one.
I love Teofimo, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love Teofimo. I really can't say nothing negative about Teofimo, man.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'd rather see Teofimo try to unify with Devin Haney, bro, and just get it over. And don't fight this guy he's trying to fight, man.
There's another fighter that I think beats Devin Haney, maybe. His name's Nakatani.
The Asian guy?
Yeah, the Asian guy.
Nakatani a bad man, bro. You're a bad man, bro, but you're a bad man, bro. But
he's a bad motherfucker, that dude.
You're a bad man, bro. You see, I ain't really say nothing negative about him. You're a bad man, bro. I can't knock Nakatani, bro. Nakatani a bad man. He gave Teofimo hell.
Yeah, what about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford? What do you think of that? Who you got in that fight?
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When it comes to that, that's been a talk every day. I like both guys. I mess with both guys. The only reason why I gotta give it to Errol, man.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to Errol. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I love both guys, bro. I got nothing against either one of those guys, but Errol is something special, bro. You see how Errol came from that accident, wanted no tune-up, and what he did to Danny. He gave Danny the worst ass whipping Danny ever got, bro. And I love Danny Garcia.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, bro. If I get to know you and you subscribe to my channel, you're gonna be shocked that Rapstar knows some of these boxers. How about if I told you I've met Errol, I've seen him train, I've trained with Errol. You don't know who you're speaking to from England, bro.
I'm gonna check it out.
Listen, I'm gonna openly say, if Errol Spence's people listen to Rapstar, they know I'm telling the truth. I've trained with Errol Spence Jr., bro. And that man is a dog. Errol Spence is such a real dog.
He's definitely a dog.
Bro, let me tell everybody the truth. When I came to Texas to train, and I went to Errol Spence's gym, and it was in Dallas, Texas, the R&R gym. I went there and I saw Errol Spence sparring with cruiserweights. I've seen Errol Spence training with 175-pound fighters and putting them at bay. I've seen Errol Spence drop a fucking middleweight. Would you believe that?
I can believe it.
Yeah. Errol Spence is the truth.
He's definitely the truth, dog. Nah, I love Errol Spence, man. That's my fighter, bro. That's my fighter, bro. What you feel about my boy Regis Prograis?
Yo, Regis is still the boogeyman, bro. He's the boogeyman of the super lightweight division. You know, he might have lost to Josh Taylor, but that fight could have gone either way.
I see that too. We agree. We agree on that, bro. We agree on that. I mean, that kind of, if that fight would have been in America,
they would have given it to Prograis.
Yeah, it'll give the Prograis.
But look, I'm being real. You can see I'm from England, and I'm being real.
Nah, it's all good, man. No. I respect. Look, when it comes to this boxing shit, we all got passion for it. Like I said, my boy, you listen to the company. They're another boxing channel. They got love. We all got love for it, bro. And we all care about. So we gonna agree to disagree on some things.
Always.
And like I said, the whole Canelo thing wasn't about racism, because it ain't about that kind of shit. But it's just my opinion when it comes to, like I told you, steroids. Now, it's automatically as a disqualification to me.
Yeah.
If you ever gotten busted with steroids, that's just what it is.
But can I just explain something to you who's
Yeah,
trained
go
in
ahead.
the amateur circuit? So, you know these steroids and these drugs, right? They change them every 3 months on the fucking list, right? Every 6 months, the nutritionists are looking with UCAD, USADA, and there's another one, USADA, UCAD, and there's another one. What these companies do, they send you all the enhanced drugs you're allowed to use and what levels, and then if you don't go by the right way and you don't follow the system the right way and you're above the level, then you get into problems, right? All
Mhm.
these fighters, and most of these fighters who have a nutritionist, give them the right supplements so they can stay under the radar. But because some of these fighters, they abuse that shit, they get caught and taking too much of the wrong substance. So let's just keep it real. That in boxing, a lot of these people use different kinds of shit. And even what Canelo got caught with, nowadays, if you check on the USADA, you're allowed to take that now. Do you know that?
Yeah, I am familiar
But
with
that's how much I follow boxing, bro.
Yeah, no. They changed that, man, around almost the same time after they
So they're just as corrupted as the fucking fighters, bro.
Yeah, they changed the rule though. After they caught him with it, they changed the rule.
And let me tell you another
They changed the
secret.
rule for him.
Let me tell you another secret that all the world looks up to Floyd Mayweather. Now, I've met Floyd Mayweather when he came to England, and I respect Floyd Mayweather. But Floyd Mayweather used to pay $134,000. It's all on the internet to USADA to do a test. And let me tell you, other fighters paid USADA $50,000 to $40,000. Floyd paid 130 grand to USADA at every fight. And there was a time that Floyd got caught with IV, and they let him be because of the therapeutic. So listen, everybody needs to use something, whether it's for weight cut, whether it's for extra energy. But when these fighters abuse that shit and they abuse it, that's when they get caught.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I was an athlete, bro, and I'm not gonna lie. I used to train hard once, but there was a time that my body wasn't giving up, but I knew I needed something to help me in the morning, whether it be creatine, whether it be energy boost, whether it be weight cut. I need something to help me because I can only push myself so much like an animal and a warrior. But somewhere along the line, I'm going to need something sometimes because, you know, your body shuts down sometimes, bro. Your body's not a machine.
True.
So I'm just letting you know I'm pretty deep in the game, and I study nutrition and I study shit because I've got a couple of kids who are boxing in England, you know?
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know that we use products which we have been given emails from USADA, UCAD, and we use the substances they keep allowing us to use. You know what I mean?
Wow. Yeah, now I know they changed the rule after they caught Canelo with it, and
now they're letting everybody use it.
Yeah, so everybody uses it now, man.
So
I'm not going to take anything away from Canelo. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Because this is a situation with me. That Kovalev-Canelo fight, that was not Kovalev, dude.
No, they did pull him in a bit early. You know, he just came off of the Anthony Yarde fight. They pulled him up early. But, you know, Kovalev was much bigger.
The fight looked big to me,
People
man.
didn't think that Kovalev would go to sleep. They thought he would put Canelo at bay. But you're right. No, I agree with you. They definitely banned Kovalev quickly and early, and they really made it so it can suit Canelo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's no denying that, bro.
That was a horrible situation for him. I mean, like I said, Kovalev to me is the killer. He killed a man in the ring before. I mean, he's a damn killer, and to see him fight like that, bro, it just didn't look like him. It looked, I don't know, it just wasn't right.
Maybe the enhanced drugs that he took didn't kick in.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something, man. When it comes to that 168, bro,
Yeah.
you know who the best is at 168, though, bro.
What, right now?
Yeah, right now,
Who you got?
David Benavidez, bro.
I got Canelo.
You really, really, really think Canelo could be David Benavidez?
The reason why I say that again is David Benavidez right? When he was fighting, I think he fought Durrell last, right? Who did he fight last? Anthony Durrell? Who was he fighting last, bro?
He fought, yeah, Eddie Durrell.
Well, anyway, he was
And then
getting
he
a little
fought
bit.
a Romero. It's right there on the screen.
Yeah.
A Romero, Alex Angulo.
Yeah, I just haven't seen him fight anybody which is relevant, and it's very early to say where Benavidez belongs. We have to see how he performs with a top 5 or top 10 opponent, right? Even the opponent he fought last, that guy is not that great either. I mean, yeah, he made himself look good, but it's very early to say where Benavidez really is in boxing for me. He's tall, he's big, but you know, he can't even make the weight sometimes, and he lost his fucking belt because of not making the weight. So, again, man, it's very hard to say where Benavidez is, but he might be the real deal. I don't know. It's hard. I can't answer if you can beat Canelo. That's, to me, I can't see it. Not with him. I think him and Jamal Charlo would be a good fight. But Jamal at 160, right?
160. He's talking about going up, bro.
Yeah,
He's
if he
talking
wants that
about
Canelo
taking
fight, he
Canelo.
should move.
Huh?
If he wants the Canelo fight, he should move to 168.
Canelo ain't gonna fight him, bro.
Yeah, but at least they'll say that Jamal Charlo's looking for the smoke, because look, Canelo's with DAZN and Eddie Hearn, and Jamal Charlo's with Al Heyman and PBC. So, you know, they're gonna have to pay a lot of money to get that fight going. You know what I mean? They got to pay a lot of money. So we're gonna have to see if these fights take place. But to be honest, if he beats Jamal Charlo, then I think they're gonna find another opponent. They're gonna say he's not the best. He can't beat David Benavidez. He's not the best. He can't beat Andre. I mean, even Mayweather couldn't face everybody. Mayweather ducked smoke with Paul Williams. Mayweather didn't even fight Vernon Forrest. Mayweather didn't even fight Margarito. So these are the kind of fights that people say Mayweather ducked. You see what I mean?
Who want to fight Margarito, man? Come on, Margarito's cheap.
Yeah, but I'm just saying these are the names that people keep finding for Mayweather, that he didn't fight certain people.
Paul Williams ended up getting hurt, bro. So they can't blame it on.
Yeah, but I know boxing really hard, bro. Paul Williams was at welterweight when Mayweather was there for over 18 months. And they kept ducking that smoke with Paul Williams. So look, at the end of the day, right, they say the same thing about Mayweather. Mayweather cherry-picking Robert Guerrero, fucking fighting Andre Berto.
Mayweather fought 26 champions, bro.
Yeah, but see, Mayweather, keep the same energy. If you're going to give Mayweather that kind of respect, you got to give Canelo that kind of respect, then. You got to keep that same energy, I think. Personally.
I'm not saying that I hate on Canelo, man. There's no hate towards Canelo. It's just one of those things. You're not going to chase me from 154 to 160. Now you ran to 168. I'm one of those people, man. Just like I'm being honest with you. It's just that's any fighter. That smoke right there goes to any fighter.
I'm doing a show. I'm doing a show in 2 days in England. I'm going to invite you personally, and on that show, one of my friends has Manny Pacquiao #1 pound for pound. The other guy has Manny Pacquiao #1. And there's a big argument that if you're going to put Terence Crawford, you better recognize Manny Pacquiao's an 8-weight world champion then. And if he's still active, their channel's about that he should be #1 pound for pound.
Yeah, there's a lot of argument going on online right now due to pound for pound.
Yeah.
Hey, Pacquiao, man. He's hot. He's keeping that WBA hostage, man. He needs to go ahead and let that shit go. Go ahead and fight Conor McGregor, Khabib, whatever MMA fighter you want to fight. But as far as boxing, I don't recommend that he fight any one of these young lions. It won't be good for him. Terrence, Harold, whoever. I don't recommend it, bro. It won't end well for him.
So I've met Keith Thurman myself personally, and I met Keith Thurman in Vegas. Keith Thurman is a huge welterweight. Nobody thought Manny Pacquiao was going to beat him. And let me tell you right now, nobody's ever seen Keith Thurman get dropped. And Manny Pacquiao did that. So even every time we say Manny Pacquiao's done, he comes back with fucking crazy shit and proves us wrong again. So It just tells me how good Floyd Mayweather was, because Manny Pacquiao probably is still the best fighter ever right now, active.
The problem I got with that, bro, I'll be honest with you,
Go on.
is my problem I got with that is that in that particular fight when he fought Keith, there was no drug testing involved.
Yeah, but that's Keith Thurman's problem. Keith Thurman is the one who asked for that.
Yeah, I got a problem with that. I'm one of those fighters.
Then you should have a problem with Keith Thurman about that.
I'm with you on that. Like Big Baby Miller, me and Boxing News don't mess with him. We don't fool with him at all, bro. He's a cheat.
Yeah.
We don't fool him at all. He's done. He's cooked. You know, don't support fighters like that, man. I mean, if you're a cheat, man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I'm big on that, bro. I've been big on it, man. But there's this fighter, I'm sure you know him, man, Patrick Day.
Yeah, God bless. Rest in peace.
Yeah, bro. I had just met Patrick Day in Dallas and talked to Patrick Day in Dallas.
Oh, no.
Yeah, bro. Because I go to all these fights, bro. I was just at Arrow fight in December 5th.
You ain't gonna believe this then, bro. You know, before the pandemic and the COVID and the travel bans, I travel everywhere, bro. I've been to Texas, New York, Vegas for like about 40, 50 times, bro.
It's good stuff, man.
So I'm just gonna let you know that I've met all these guys, and I'm in the boxing business. When I come with a badge because I have fighters in England. You know what I mean?
That's good shit, bro. And like I said, bro, I met that dude, man. We talked, and I was gonna do an interview with him, but I think it was Kovalev. I think Kovalev was something. It was Kovalev fighting that day. So Kovalev, that fight started. They started doing their ring walk or whatever. So I told Patrick Des, I'll be right back. And I went, filming Kovalev and all that shit. And I missed him that day. And not even 6 months later, that dude was dead. So when it comes to that kind of shit, just the whole one day you're here, next day you're gone, anything to do with cheating, it affected me differently, bro. And I just, I got no respect, no love for it, bro.
No, yeah, I don't know how to answer you there, man, because that's a personal, you got a personal feeling there for something which happened daily to a fighter that you met. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's real like that, bro. So like I said, there's no ill feeling towards,
Yeah.
It kind of came off like that, bro. But it wasn't, nothing like that towards Canelo. Canelo is a great fighter. You can't take shit from him. Canelo's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. But let me say this: if he doesn't fight Andrade, he doesn't fight Charlo, he's gonna have that asterisk by his name. He's gonna have that question mark. You want to go through your career, and that's why Mayweather fought Pacquiao. If he didn't fight Pacquiao, bro,
no, he didn't.
You would have never. Nobody would never respect him. I mean, they still give him a hard time and don't respect shit now. But
I think people say that Mayweather fought Pacquiao 4 years, 5 years too late. That's what they say.
Yeah, ain't got shit to do with it. They tripping.
Yeah, and they say that in America a lot. They don't just say that in England. You hear that in America a lot.
Yeah, I know.
And I think Mayweather was just such an extreme talent. They always would find a way to hate him.
I agree.
And they're doing the same thing to Canelo a little bit. But look, at the end of the day, one thing I will tell you, Mayweather told everybody that Canelo will become the next superstar. He's special. He told everyone this a long time ago.
He did.
He said, I see something in this man that you guys don't know. And I think part of it is because he knows something. He can see it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Look, man, I appreciate your grind for boxing. But I do need to let you guys know there's going to be a lot of changes soon. And boxers can't be outpricing themselves soon. Crowds are not coming. They got to lose their egos and start making these fights, because where they're getting 5 million, they're going to be getting 3 million now. So they can't have egos on themselves. They got to just take some fights and make it happen. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. That's the problem between the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford deal, the 60-40, 50-50, all that type of shit. That's just somebody gonna have to bite. At the end of the day, you're making a 2-fight deal. Take 60-40 right now, right? You gotta bet on yourself. take 60-40 right now, and if you win, you call the shots. You call the next fight. You call the next shots. Now you take 60. You take the 60 and beat him to 40.
Yeah.
You got to win to get that.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest fights in boxing. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford.
I think they're gonna fight, bro. Because they're gonna probably fight at the end of this year.
And you know why? Because imagine if they can make all those millions in the pandemic while no one's making no money.
They're gonna fight, bro. They're gonna fight because at the end of the day, Terence Crawford, his contract expires sometime in October 2021, and he's not gonna no longer be with Top Rank. And then once that happens, I think he's going to probably go to the PBC or with Eddie Hearn. And I think that for some reason they're gonna try to work that fight out, man. They're gonna work that fight out because that fight has to be made. It's pertinent on both of their legacies.
Yeah, man. And what do you guys feel? I mean, I hope you understand. We watch everything. We're hardcore. What do you guys feel about the Deontay Wilder? It's been announced 1 hour ago that he's looking for a payday of $8 million. They're negotiating a payday for him for $8 million.
I heard 10 million.
Yeah, they said it was between 10 and 8 million, and they've also said that he's in an agreement of taking a payout. Do you think he's going to get a lot of hate for that now?
If he agrees to take a step aside money, I think that goes against everything he's ever said.
Wow, you're keeping it real, bro. Carry on cooking.
Yeah, and then that goes against everything he's ever said. So I'm a man that believes if you're a man of your word, you say something, you got to stand on it. So if he accepts a payout, it's going to hurt his image. Because, like I said, but at the end of the day, you got to support whatever he do. But that's not what you said. You said you wanted to fight, get the fight. I'm a big fan of Deontay Wilder. I definitely want to see the third fight.
Yeah.
Do I think he was cheated? Bro, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, you see the glove, you see all of that stuff. So, personally,
yeah, but you can say that when you come to the England channel, they got pictures for you for 100 fighters with worse gloves. These England guys are too heavy, bro.
Oh, you seen the McDonough fight, and you seen how Floyd reacted. And McDonough,
yeah, but again, you got to remember this. You remember this in after 3 years ago, there was this act they did, especially after Margarito, that now in any boxing, they've got so strict rules that a man from Ireland, Gypsy, comes to America and you think he can cheat the whole of America because of those gloves are soft. Now, let me tell you this. If you come to the England channel, these guys have got facts for you, and they're going to show you these gloves, and they're going to show you the horsehair gloves where they punched it 60 times on a bag, and they take the glove off and it becomes floppy. So that was Deontay Wilder's fault, and the Shelley Finkel and these people who shouldn't have accepted the horsehair glove. That was their fault on the contract.
No, we're not saying that Deontay, his coach, and his team didn't have fault.
They're at fault.
They should share some fault because
they need to accept responsibility for their faults.
But let's say, for instance, okay, let's say they do share some fault. Tyson Fury owed him that third fight. Period. That's just what it is. If fight number one was controversy, fight number two, yeah, you knocked my ass out, but it was a whole bunch of controversy behind you knocking my ass out. I think that you had some unfair, you did some unfair shit. You owe me that third fight, bro. Especially when I gave you 50-50 on the first two fights. Like, I looked out for you. Right. I mean, it's just out of respect.
So why don't we cook this on the England show? I'm going to send you a personal invite because I don't want to talk about it right now because this will never stop. This conversation will carry on.
Right. You're right.
And then I will have to show you some facts. And look, I like Deontay Wilder. I do. But I want to talk about it on my England show because I think a lot of people will be happy with the way that you're trying to be real about it. And when you're an American talking on our show and you're trying to keep it real, you just turned around and said, if Deontay Wilder goes for the step aside, I'm going to put my hands up and say, well, this guy was doing a bit of capping as well. You know what I mean? So if you're happy to keep it real, I think those England people will be happy to subscribe to you as well because people like people to keep it real, bro.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I mean, definitely, man. Like I said, definitely give me that invite, man. I'm willing to, come on there and say my piece, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, like I said, that's just how I feel, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna, like I said, I won't expound on it anymore, like you said, because we'll just talk about it then.
Yeah.
But it's a lot to be said. It's a lot to be said, man.
And I'm gonna just touch on this, right?
Mhm.
One of my friends is very hardcore. You're talking he lives in America and then he's got a house in England. The man's a doctor. And let me tell you, when you speak to these guys, bro, these guys are deep. So just get ready to know that there's some facts that England's got that they're not pushing on media right now because they're not like.
I got some pictures that I can share.
And not only that, let me tell you the truth. That doctor who said that Deontay Wilder got a dent, that doctor's cap. If the doctor told me, which is going to speak to you on my show, that if there's any man who's been any with dents or anything in their head, you can get a doctor report and you'll be straight in court. There will be no mediation or nothing. And the second thing, he told me that when these injuries have happened over February in 2020, February, they said that if you leave it over nine months, you're putting yourself in a situation that you can't even bring these doctors and facts together. So these guys in England told me that Deontay Wilder's capping, bro. He ain't got a case. They said if he had a case, he wouldn't be in mediation for any fucking money. He'll be looking to take Tyson Fury to court. Now, this is what doctors have told me. Now, you can understand people got different, they got a different view on this. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So you got to keep it open for everybody that there is people who've got a view and they say these things, what you've said is out of line because it just makes it look like you're a liar. I'm just saying you got to keep that real too.
You know what I mean? Like I said, and I always start off by saying my piece. Like, even like I said, the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, all those subjects are very sensitive. I mean, they're fans. I mean, those fans of theirs are very, they don't play around, dude. They go off. So I always start off my conversation and say, look, I'm a fan of boxing. Not a fan of anybody, but I'm a fan of boxing. But I'm going to always speak my piece and say it how I go. Because at the end of the day, that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, and I think with this situation where the Mark Breland and you're keeping JD's the fucking motherfucker which was in that room anyway. But there's a lot of things, and now we're finding out that JD has some good managerial contracts that he's done for Deontay Wilder. He brings some sponsors to the table. Now, if you go read on Google, JD's been doing some of these, managerial stuff. Not just, he's not a trainer. He's doing the management part. So he's got a contract with JD. Now, let me tell you something else which is up there now. Do you know that Mark Breland got paid exit money and he had to sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement?
I ain't never heard none of that.
So look, that's why you're not hearing from Mark Breland right now, because Mark Breland has accepted the money and walked off. Now, if he didn't accept the money, he could have counter-sued. He can't sue Deontay Wilder for shit because he's already accept an exit payout. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's little things that I've got that my friends are very hardcore in boxing and they've sent it to me. So let me send it to you so that you can see what England's saying.
Yeah, send it to me. Let me check it out.
Because you can appreciate different values and different views. It'll make you think a little bit different as well. And you can start saying, well, you know what? I think Deontay Wilder maybe, this is what I think. I think Deontay Wilder personally, he believed it and he had the best, he knows he's got the best power in the world. And I just believe that because things went totally wrong, he had to find a way to get it off of his own chest and put it on Mark Breland and take it away from yourself, You can go and shit on Mark Breland.
Fury is not Tyson. Let me tell you something about Tyson Fury right quick, man. Tyson Fury is a hell of a boxer. Nobody, regardless if you like Tyson Fury or not, he's a hell of a boxer. Tyson Fury is what you call a superior boxer. But one thing I will say about this superior boxer named Tyson Fury, he's not a knockout fighter. He's known as pillow fisted. And for him to be every time he barely touched Deontay Wilder be flopping around and hit. Something was wrong, man. Either that water really was spiked.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, something was wrong with Deontay Wilder, bro. Period.
All right, man. Well, you need to put your email on the private chat because there's no point in us talking too much about it. I might as well get your views for Germany, France, Spain, and England. The show starts in 4 or 5 hours. I might as well invite you there, man. We might as well cook it up, bro.
Let's do it.
Because at the end of the day, I'm sure some people will believe in what you're saying as well. And I've got lots of Deontay Wilder fans in England, bro. You're forgetting this. People don't like Tyson Fury, you know, because some people in England don't like gypsies. Do you get what I mean? Some people in England, they don't relate with Tyson Fury. They relate with Anthony Joshua. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm with you. So, I'll put it on the private chat. It's bnboxingnews@gmail.com.
Yeah, I'm just copying and pasting it. I'm going to copy it right now, bro. And I'm going to send you an email for Rapstar. And then whenever you can pop in, man, we're online in England 3 times a week. And this Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury seems to be one of the biggest subjects going around on YouTube right now, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
So how long you been cooking boxing? You've had your show for a while?
Man, I've been, like I said, officially got my show maybe 2 years now, but man, I'm a pharmacist by trade, man. That's what I do. I'm a pharmacist, man. But I've been a fan of boxing since the 80s. I grew up on boxing. All my friends, believe it or not, they tease me when it comes to like football, basketball, all that stuff, because man, you don't know about no football, you know basketball, stick to boxing. Boxing's always been my thing, man, since I was a youngin'. I've never boxed, you know, but that's always been my sport. Not by choice, man. That's just when you were youngin' and that's what your daddy,
yeah,
and that's all he played. You had no other choice but to glue your eyes on it. And being Boxing News stars for Brandon and Nick Boxing News. So it's 2 of us. And like I said, him and we used to go to all the fights, bro. I mean, you name it, when we paid big money for tickets, we was going to all the fights. And you can look at Ellie Setback's stuff back in 08, 09, before Ellie really blew up. We was doing interviews with Ellie live at fights, talking about Floyd fights and certain stuff. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, you can look back at some of that old stuff. We on there.
How about this? Did you subscribe to my channel?
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay, do you know I have 2 channels?
Oh, what's the other one?
The other channel I got thousands of subscribers on the other channel, and they just stopped my other channel 4 or 5 days ago because of copyright infringement. Because they're telling me that they put my channel on hold because one channel's trying to do copyright infringement for one of the Canelo shows I did, right?
Okay.
I put Canelo's knockouts. In the middle of the show, I showed some of his knockouts. So they held that channel. So I got a new channel as well. And then I got another channel with my friend. So if you subscribe to my other channel, which will be live in February next week, 2 weeks, that's a bigger channel. I'm standing next to Deontay Wilder on the 4th video. Me and Deontay Wilder.
What's that channel name? I'll subscribe right now.
Yeah, the channel's name's Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. And on that channel, I'm standing right next to Deontay Wilder, and he's speaking to me. And next to me is Ellie Setback and another guy from Fight Hype. You know Fight Hype?
Oh yeah, bro. I know, man. I've done work for him before.
Yeah, so those guys were with me while I was getting an interview for England. And Deontay Wilder is a cool dude, bro. That man gave me time. Like, he's got time for his fans. I also met Errol Spence Jr. There's a video of Errol Spence leaving the hotel. Yeah, I've met him more than a few times. And I met Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner crazy after 12 o'clock, bro. Adrian Broner after 12 o'clock, if he's not fighting, bro, it's pure alcohol and hoes. Pure alcohol and hoes, bro. You know, Adrian Broner's a different cat. Took all of them. You know what I mean? Tank Davis. I met Tank Davis. When I met him, though, in 2018, he was fucking around, bro, with Adrian Broner. Hopefully Tank Davis is good now. Staying away from all that shit, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you on that, brother.
Yeah, but... Yeah, man, I met a lot of people, bro. Tons and tons. I met Paul Williams. I met Mayweather. I met Manny Pacquiao, Joe Kawasaki. Come on, man, I can keep going, bro. It was non-stop. But I'm fortunate that I've met most of these guys, you know?
It's good shit, bro.
But there's one man that I missed yesterday, and I did a show for him, and that's Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. No, I ain't got nothing on him, brother.
That's his birthday was yesterday, innit?
Yep.
Yeah, so I did a little special for him yesterday for about a couple hours.
Yeah, some bad
So
shit.
look, man, I'm going to invite you soon, bro.
All right.
And,
I'll be looking out, man. Appreciate the invite.
yeah, and let me tell you, bro, I really appreciate meeting you. We don't have to agree and not disagree, but as long as we keep it real, we don't want to come at each other. Let's not come at each other. Let's keep it to boxing, bro.
I got you, my brother.
Yeah, man, I'm going to introduce you to some good people in the YTBC, brother.
Okay. Just hit me up, my brother. I'll be around.
Yeah, where are you from anyway, before I leave? Where are you from?
Originally from New Orleans, man. New Orleans, Louisiana. At Boot. But I live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay, because I've been to Texas for about 5 times for different fights.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
I don't miss any fight in Dallas. Any fight.
So let me
the only
say,
Ryan Garcia fight.
Right. No, I was staying at the Radisson Hotel.
4 or 5 o'clock. I can't go to that.
Yeah. No, you're right. No. The times will change. But I was at the Radisson Hotel in Dallas, Texas, near downtown or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there, bro. You guys in Texas don't fuck about out there, bro. I seen it out there, man.
Got you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Really appreciate you having us on the panel. And I'm definitely going to make sure that you can start cooking out with some different people around the world with us, bro.
Sounds good, my brother. Just send me that invite, bro. I'm there, bro.
But you know, it's different times. Like sometimes it'll be like 1 o'clock in the morning from where you're at, bro.
Hey, bro. Send the invite. I'm in there, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, look, you're a real one, man. One thing I like about you, I pull up in certain places and they can't handle me because I like to speak my truth, right? And sometimes they'll mute me and they try and take me out. But after that, I'm never going to share no energy with that guy ever again in my life. He don't even know who I could be. I could be in a boxing fight standing next to fucking Deontay Wilder and the man don't even know who he's speaking to. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and the way that you came across today, you've restored faith in American channels. Like I've got some people messaging you now. They said, yo, Rapstar, make sure you get him to England, bro. He cool. But not everybody's like you, bro. They love talking their feelings, man. And you've kept it real, bro. Even though you go for different fighters, you keep it real, though.
You gotta
and I like that about you, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. That's what I do, man. Definitely, my brother. It's all love.
Peace and love from England to you, bro.
All right, man. Be in Boxing News, and I'm out.
We out.
Peace. Shout out to Rapstar.